So yes, go ahead, yeah. All right. So we're starting the session. We like to keep the time. So we kick start the session. Currently, we have just about 100 people or plus on the call. We are still expecting more people, but we'll start the session, as stipulated. Okay. So today we are going to be talking about something very interesting, something I got to know personally just about roughly 3, 4 years ago, okay, was when I got a wind of this particular structure, all right, of job opportunity for those guys, for people looking to get into the tech ecosystem, or people that are already in the tech ecosystem and are looking to take advantage, okay, that want to do more, make more money, so on and so forth. All right, that's what we're going to be discussing today. So the title of today's session is Everything You Need to Know About Full-Time and Contract Tech Jobs in the UK, in the US, and also in Canada. So if you're looking to relocate or you're currently residing in there, fantastic. If you have friends that are currently there, please share the session with them. They will find it very insightful, and you might actually be making somebody's year. Do you understand? So if you have any friend in the UK, Canada, US, or anywhere across the world, in Ireland, in Brazil, in Trinidad and Tobago, feel free to share the session with them. They will learn a lot from it because it's not just confined to the UK, Canada, and the US. The reason why we defined it to those region is because we have a lot of Nigerians, we have a lot of Africans that are going to these regions. Well, obviously, we know Africans are, in every part of the world. All right. So that's what we're going to be talking about today: full-time opportunity and contract tech job opportunities. Which one is the best for you? We're going to be talking about that in today's session. Today. All right. I'm excited, honestly, guys. Anytime I get to share my own personal experience, and one thing about us at Analytics is we don't gatekeep information. All right, these are things that you need to pay for in order for you to get this information. But we don't do that. We provide you with as much information as possible for you to get interested, for you to get started. All right, and then you can make sense of yourself. You can actually go ahead to do greater things. All right. So I would really want you guys to turn off your videos so that we don't distract anybody. Just my videos will be turned on. All right. So you don't need to turn on your video for the session. Okay. Fantastic. So let's jump ahead. Okay. So if you're joining us for the first time, I would like to know where you guys are joining from, first of all. Okay. If I look at first timers, I would like to know where you guys are joining from. I currently am joining the session from Calgary in Canada. Okay. I'm currently based in Canada, and I would like to know where you are joining the session from. So if you are in Nigeria, I would like to know you're in Nigeria, from South Africa, from Gambia, Kenya, you're from the UK, and so on. I would like to know where you guys are joining in from. All right. So we have someone from the UK. We have people from Nigeria, Elisha. Interesting, precious. It's good to have you here. Ghana is good to have you here also. 429504. Kenya, okay, we have Nigeria, we have someone from Germany, fantastic. We have Nigeria, the UK, all right, Cape Town, all right, that's good. It's good to have you here. London, UK, first time UK, New Orleans. Oh, fantastic. I'm Lola from New Orleans. All right. So we have South Africa, Ijebu. All right, let's go. Winnipeg. All right, that's good. It's good to have you guys on board. Belfast, UK, Lagos, Nigeria, Florence from Nigeria. It's good to have you on board. ATL, let's go. All right. I'm actually very excited. Anytime we do virtual sessions like this, okay? And let me tell you, this is one of the beauty of, the remote environment, doing things remotely now, learning remotely, working remotely. You get to, you get to see that there are a ton of opportunities outside the country, not just within you. Opportunities is not just within you. It's not just within your geographical environment. It's also beyond. So you see, we're having a session today. Okay, I'm in Canada. We have people from Nigeria. We have people from Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, Germany, the UK, and across the world. Is that not wonderful? Don't you guys think that is absolutely wonderful? I'm usually excited to see you guys come on board. So thanks a lot for taking our time, first of all, to join the session. And we'll be talking about more very insightful things today. Now, I would also want to know if this is your first time joining the session. I would also want to know, is this your first time joining the session? If this is your first time, put a 1 in the chat. I would like to know if this is your first time. We have a special package for the first timers. All right. So I can see all the first timers. Let's go. Energy. Let's go. I'm dancing already. We have a lot of first timers in the house. Anytime we have first timers in the house, another level of excitement is attained. Okay. All right, let's go. We have a lot of first timers. All you need to do now, first timers, all you need to do is raise up your hand. Our usher is looking at you. All right, you see the usher on the top left corner of your screen. The usher will be waving at you. Okay, please wave back at the usher. We have a special package for you. All right. Okay, no, you don't need to raise up your hand. You don't need to raise up your hand. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm just pulling your legs. Okay. I can see a lot of people raising up their hands already. All right, don't worry. We have a special offer. I'll tell you about this package. It's special offer when we wait to the end of the session. All right. So what we do today, we're talking about full-time contract tech roles in the UK, Canada, and the US. And like I said from the start, even me that I'm speaking to you today, I got to know about this just about roughly 3 years ago, just about 3 years ago. And immediately I got a wind of that opportunity. I've taken it up 100%. I'm going to share everything with you today. All right. So for the first timers in the house, who are we? What is Analytics? What do we stand for? And it's very simple. I'm telling you, the mantra, our vision, our mission is very simple, very clear. Our vision is to get more Africans into the tech ecosystem. It's as simple as that. All right. The vision for us is to get more Africans into the tech ecosystem. So you're an African in Africa, or you're an African in the diaspora. You're in Germany, you're in France, you're in Italy, you are in Trinidad and Tobago, you're in Brazil, you're in the UK, you're in Canada, you're in the US, anywhere you are. The job for us is to get you into the tech space. Okay. And that's literally what we want to do. That's what we have set out to achieve. And in the last 3 years, I'm proud to say that we've helped when over 2,000 people get jobs in the tech space. Now, a lot of people will look at it, 2,000 people in 3 years. That's a lot of numbers. That's a lot of people. All right. But I'll tell you for free, we do have evidence. Okay. We are going to boast about our numbers. And we also have the video testimonials, written testimonials, LinkedIn updates that will back up the numbers that I'm quoting for you. So when I say 2,000 people, people without experience, people without prior experience in the tech space, helping them get their first job in the tech space. That's what we've done in the last 3 years. And we've had over 2,000 people achieve this. I'll share testimonials with you towards the end of the session. So bear in mind, if you wait to the end of the session, you have a lot of things that will really open your horizon, open your thoughts to the opportunities you have in the tech space. We'll talk about that, okay? But basically, that's our goal. That's our mantra. That's what we want to do. We want to get more Africans interested and also excited and also into the tech space. All right. I will do this across different tech programs that we run. So we have data analytics, we have business analysis, we have data analytics, Scrum Master, cybersecurity, financial analytics, HR analytics, so on and so forth. Okay. And we also deploy, quite a number of experienced professionals in the field to come in, to train you, to hold your hands and guide you, mentor you into the desired career of your choice. Well, basically, that's what we do. So if you're an African, who, there's this song we used to sing back in the days, Africans are who. So if you're an African in the house and you're looking to get into the tech space, you're in the right place. That's one thing you should have on the back of your mind. Okay? If you're an African anywhere in the world looking to get into the tech ecosystem, you are in the right place. All right. So that's fire on. So please, coordinators in the house, Damilola, Priscilla, please, you might want to turn off people's videos when they turn it on, or try to just ensure that everybody's video is turned off. Okay, thanks a lot for that. All right, so let's fire on, okay? Okay, sorry, give me a second. All right, give me a second. Oh, sorry, my slide just froze on me just a few seconds ago. All right. Sorry, just give me a second. Let me just stop sharing and reshare again. Sorry, guys. So sorry about that. Okay. All right. So that's fire away. Fire all the way. Fire on all cylinders. All right. Apologies for that. Okay. So, and who are the founders of Tenalytics? Myself, Ifemena April, and Adeza Suleiman are the founders of Tenalytics. And we have over a decade individual experience across working across the tech ecosystem. So Adeza, works, as a data analytics professional. Okay, he has worked as a consultant, currently works as a data science consultant in the UK and also in the US. All right. He has personally trained over 8,000 professionals across the world. And he has also helped quite a ton of number of those people transition into the tech space. Okay. So that's Adeza. Myself, if you're in April, I will be leading the session today. All right. Also have a wealth of experience in the data ecosystem. So I've worked as a data analyst, as a data scientist, data engineer, business systems analyst. I've also led several data analytics initiative for top Fortune 500 companies in the UK, in the US, and also in Canada. All right. So my experience spans quite a number of quite a number of industries also. So, when I say all these things, when I talk about myself and the things I have done, okay, I usually get excited, okay, and I'm usually very excited about my experience and how I'll be able to generate so much experience in the short period of time I've been working, okay. And I'll tell you how I was able to generate that experience, okay. No, I'm not gatekeeping any information. I will tell you literally everything that made me who I am today. All right. So, but the key thing that you need to have at the back of your mind is the two of us, myself and Adeza, don't have any degree in the tech space. All right. We don't have any tech related degree. Okay. So I studied economics in university. Adeza studied industrial chemistry. So nothing computer science. So for all those people that have that mindset that you need to have a computer science degree to get a job in the tech space, you don't that's a major misconception. Okay, so I have economics in my first degree was in economics. At days I was in industrial chemistry. We worked together as management consultants. So our first job was actually management consulting. So we did management consulting for about 4 years, nothing tech related, before we decided to make that job to go into the tech space. And guess what, it took us about 2 years 2 years to get into the tech space. 2 years. All right. So this is learning. This is working on different projects. And it took us about 2 years to get our first job in the tech ecosystem. All right. And the question we kept asking ourselves, should it have taken us 2 years to get a job in the tech ecosystem? Okay, so when we were fully established and we're moving from one job to the other, handling different contracts with different businesses across the world, started to ask ourselves, should it have taken us 2 years to get a job in the tech space as data analysts, data scientists, data engineers, and so on and so forth? It shouldn't have taken us 2 years. All right. And that's because, so many reasons, and I'll explain that to you. And that's the reason why we started analytics, to see how we can also help quite a number of Africans are interested in getting into tech. How can we also help you get that under a shorter period of time, 4 months, 6 months, depending on the training program that you're going for? All right. We'll be talking about all that and more in today's session. All right. So let's fire away. Okay. So now let me ask you this now. Okay. Which of these tech roles are you interested in? That's the first thing I want to start with. Okay. Which of these tech programs are you interested in? So we have business analysis, we have data analytics, we have financial analytics, we have HR analytics, we have full stack data science, we have data engineering, we have Scrum Master, and we have cyber security. So which of these 8 career paths are you interested in first off, before we go into the type of jobs you can go for and so on and so forth? So let's start. Let's go. Let's go. I want you guys to keep keep the energy coming. Okay. Keep the energy coming. So this session is going to be very interactive and I want you guys to, I want you guys to interact with me also. So I have cybersecurity, I have data analytics, I have data engineering, data analytics, Scrum Master, data science. Data analytics seems to be winning, followed by cybersecurity. All right. So we have one business analysis. I have a software engineer here. Okay. Cybersecurity. I have full stack data science. So it seems like data analytics, business analysis, cybersecurity data science, Scrum Master, they're taking the lead. All right, we'll talk about all the career paths today. And you might actually change your mind, trust me. All right, because a lot of people that are looking to get into the tech space are very excited. They don't ask the right questions, okay? And they find out that they are struggling, okay? All right, I've been in that place before, and that's the reason why it took me 2 years to get into the tech space. I got confused. I don't know the kind of person I am, okay? That's the reason why. It took me about 2 years to get into the tech role, my desired tech role. But we'll talk about today. You might actually change your mind in today's session on the career path you want to take on. Okay? All right. And bear in fact, please, at any point in time you have any question, please just jot it down. Okay. So if at any point during the session you have a question, I might not be able to take it during the session, but just jot it down and ask me. There'll be a time for Q&A where we can ask all the questions in the world. Okay. There's a time during a time devoted almost 30, 45 minutes, all right, where we'll just answer questions. We'll answer all your questions, all your concerns, any questions you have, we'll answer everything. Okay. All right. So I've seen quite a number of people, financial analytics, data analytics, HR analytics, and so on and so forth. But now the interesting part, and I want you guys to listen to this part, okay? The interesting aspect of these training programs that we selected, okay? The reason why we selected it, when you look at the tech ecosystem, the tech ecosystem is a large spectrum. It's a very large spectrum. So when somebody say they're working in tech, I was watching a show just about, maybe 2 weeks ago. Okay. All right. The one that it bust your balloon. Do you guys watch that bust your balloon stuff? Is it bust your balloon something? Okay. Or, I think it was a dating show or something like that. And they were asking the guy, what do you do? And he says he works in tech. He works in tech. That's a wrong way to speak. Okay. When you say, oh, I work in tech, what aspect of tech? Tech is a very huge spectrum. Okay. When you're talking about the tech ecosystem, it's very large. But now you now find out that we only selected 8 out of these large spectrum. Okay. All right. Please, Damlola, can you hear me well? Just confirm, please. Can you guys hear me well? Just drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me well, please. Let me see. Okay, fantastic. All right. Great. Okay, thank you. Okay. All right. So in this huge spectrum of tech opportunity, tech roles in the, roles in the tech space, essentially, all right, we decided to stick with just 8. Is that not interesting? Okay. Is that not interesting? We decided to just select just 8 career paths. Now, the reason for selection is very simple. It's just based on 3 criteria. 3, all right? Just based on 3 criteria. The first one is ease of learning, okay? Second thing is, after you finish learning, you want to get a job, okay? All right, after you finish learning this particular tech skill, you want to get a job. I was not learning data analytics or I was not learning data science or data engineering to just learn. No, I wasn't learning to do that. I wanted to make more. I wanted to get a better job. I wanted to get a better offer. I wanted to increase my skill set in order for me to a better job. Okay. So, ease of learning is the first thing. Okay. The second aspect is the ease of getting a job. You want to finish learning something and you want to apply yourself, and you should be able to get a job. That's a key thing for us. Okay. Then the last but not the least is high and rewarding salary. We're going to talk about salary today because that's majority of the time the reason why most people want to transition into the tech space. All right. And we'll do a quick test at the moment. Okay. Why do you want to transition into the tech space? Why do you want to transition? I'll tell you mine first. I want you guys to put yours in the chat, okay? But I'll tell you mine. The reason why I wanted to transition into the tech space was, first of all, the kind of person I was, okay? I am, I would say, okay? First thing is, I'm not very, I'm that kind of person. I just want to be on front of my system. I just want to be on the system. I don't want to talk to most people. I don't want to talk to a lot of people. All right. So I was looking for a career path that would give me the opportunity to just be on the system and do my work on the system. Be very creative. Okay, be creative, be intuitive, and so on. Okay. But the major part, that is just 20% of why I wanted to transition into the tech space. The remaining 80% was money. I won't lie to you. That's if money is a motivation for you, that's okay. That's fine. All right. But it should not be the only thing. That's the only thing I would say. And that's the reason why I told you the type of person I was or the type of person I am. Okay. So I want to be in front of the system. I want to be creative. I want to create. I want to solve problems and so on. So I'm that kind of professional. Okay. So I wanted a career path that would give me, that will afford me that ability for me to be creative, to be, to do problem solving and so on and so forth. All right. And I also wanted, pay me well. Pay me well. Okay. That's what I was looking for. Working remotely, flexibility is another critical aspect of what we will talk about today. Okay. So let me see in the charts the people why people want to transition into the tech space. High salary and job security, fantastic. I'll talk about that today. Remote work, got tired of working on the field. Honestly speaking, I understand you 100%. Interest and good pay. I need remote work. Okay, fantastic. Working remotely. It seems like remote working is taking the lead at the moment. Okay, we'll talk about remote working also. Okay, don't worry. Like I said at the start of the session, we are not gatekeeping any information. Not gatekeeping, okay? All right. Tech is the future. Tech is not the future, guys. It's literally the present, is what we are doing at the moment. It's no more the future. So it was in the future, probably like 10 years ago. Okay. All right. But now tech is the present. Tech is literally what we are doing on a day to day. So that's one thing you should have on the back of your mind. Okay. Money. I see a lot of people say remote work, money, flexibility, build a future, stability. Some of this and some of the reasons why people want to transition into the tech space. And you guys are absolutely correct. Very 100% correct. And I will speak on all this today. Don't worry. Okay. So, reason for selecting this 8 career paths, very simple. Ease of learning. Okay. You can sit down in the next 3 months, 3 to 4 months, and you will learn how to become each of these career paths. Each of these careers, you can actually get started in each of these career paths. Okay. So, it's business analysis, financial analytics, HR analytics, data engineering, data science, Scrum Master, and cybersecurity. Ease of learning these training programs are slightly a lot better than any other career path you find yourself. Secondly, is the ease of getting a job. Okay, so in a week, how many job opportunities would you find in a training in a career path like crypto, maybe like Web3 developer? Okay, you will likely not get a lot of opportunities. Okay, in that particular niche, very niche aspect of the tech space. So the reason why we started with this, the reason why we train on this aid is because organizations are consistently recruiting for these professionals. Organizations, not just in Nigeria, not just in your country, literally across the world, are constantly looking for these professionals. And the question you'll be asking yourself is, why are they looking for these professionals? Why are they looking for these 8 professionals? I would explain everything to you. Okay. Now, the last is I am rewarding salaries. I'll talk more about salaries as we go on. Okay. Don't worry, I will explain everything to you. All right. So now let's go into the next aspect. What is your career goal? Some of you are talking about money. Some of you are talking about flexibility. Some of you are talking about, I want remote work. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to commute anymore. All right. So I actually helped one of our participants got a job. Okay. There were 2 opportunities. It's based in Norway. This particular participant is based in Norway. All right. So there were 2 opportunities he got. One with a consulting company in Norway, and the other one was with a bank. Okay. All right. Now, the bank was not remote, was hybrid, 3 times in the office, 3 times in the office, 2 times from the house. Okay. While the consulting company was totally remote, complete remote. Okay. Now, the salary difference between the bank and the consulting company was it wasn't too much, was just under 7,000 euros. Okay, was just about just about 7,000 euros. The difference between the bank job and the consulting. The bank was paying more, over 7,000 more than the consulting company. But the bank wants this particular guy to go in 3 times in a week and 2 times, working remotely from the house, okay, from the house itself. And this is compulsory, no negotiation, nothing. All right. Now, if you're in that situation, which one would you take? Let me ask you. Just about 7,000 euros more. Okay. All right. So 3 times in the office, 2 times from the house. Then the consulting company was 100% remote. Without a thought, I think this guy gave it a thought for like a day, okay? And he went ahead with the consulting company, okay? All right. It was a bit lesser, but he's working from home completely. No commuting to the office, nothing. And this guy went ahead, currently works with consulting company based in Norway, and he's also residing in Norway anyway. And that's exactly what I told you at the start of the session. Regardless of anywhere you are in the world and you're looking to get into the tech space, we would help you transition. That's literally our mantra. That's what we are doing every day, every month, every week, every hour. That's exactly what we're doing. So I can see a lot of people taking the consulting company also. Fantastic. But it's based on preference anyways. It's your preference if you want to get that. So now what are your career goals is the key question I want to ask you this time around. What are your career goals? So some people want the first set of people that we have there is, let me just get a pen so I can also write so you can see it becomes more interactive with the pen. Okay. All right. So which of these would you prefer? A job with job security, benefit like HMO, all right, bonus at the end of the year, employee benefits, maybe stock options, and so on, and long-term employment. Long-term employment. So a job with job security, benefits, long-term employment. That's the first job. Okay. The second one that we have here, okay, the second one that we're talking about is a job with more money, more flexibility, all right, allows you to build more experience, okay, but has less job security. It has less job security. Now, two job opportunities. These are the two job opportunities you get in the tech space. One, which allows you to do what? One allows you to, sorry, sorry, move faster. I'm moving faster than myself. I'm excited. Sorry. All right. So you have the first one here, the first job opportunity, number one. Okay. A job with job security, benefits. Okay. So benefits like HMO, paid leave allowance, clothing allowance, stock options, so on and so forth, and all that. And also long-term employment. So you have job security, you have a job. Nobody's going to fire you anytime soon, so on and so forth. Okay. But also, you also have the second type of opportunity in the tech space, which is more money, first of all, more flexibility, okay? More experience. You get to build more experience. You get to have more experience working in the tech space, all right? But less job security, okay? Less. It means that the job security on this one is not steady, okay? In 3 6 months, you might not have a job, okay? But all right, you will likely make more money. And like they say, more risk, more reward. The higher the risk, the more the reward. Okay. So which of these would you like to go for? Let me see. I see a lot of, so I can see first, second, first, second, first, second, first, second. Okay, that's good. It's almost balanced, I would say. Very balanced. All right. So some people want more money. They don't care about stability. Okay. But I will tell you the reason why which one you should go for at which point of time in your career. Okay. I would also explain which one is beneficial for you to go into first before you go into the next one. I would explain everything today. All right. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so majority of you want it first or the second one. Okay, it really doesn't matter. We'll explain everything to you. Now, the key thing you need to know about these two job opportunity. Okay, the first one is what we call the full-time employment. Full-time employment. That's the one that everybody is almost familiar with. That's what we're all familiar with. I want to get a job. If you tell somebody today, I've gotten a job, you know that most likely it's going to be a full-time employment. Okay. So the full-time employment, that's exactly what we're all familiar with. When in the tech space, there's a second type of employment. Number two. Number two. And this is what I do. Like I said, when I transitioned into the tech space, all right, I was doing full-time work, even though I was doing like two at the same time, in some cases three, okay, all right, or one, two, three, depending on the period of time I was working. Full-time employment, I was holding a full-time job, okay? So I got a wind of contract position. And this is where the juice is. I will lie to you. This is where the juice, when I say juice, can somebody say juice? This is where the juice in the tech space is, I will lie to you. And I'll explain to you why this is where the juice is. So this is contracts, okay? Meaning that you will get more money, obviously, okay? You will get to build your experience in the sense that you'll get to work on a various types of projects, different types of projects, okay? And the only downside is you have less job security. Less job security. That's one thing you need to understand. All right. So now let's talk about the full-time employment. And we all know this already. I mean, like we're all, we are all full-time or working full-time or working with an employer, majority of the time as full-time. Okay. Now, these are some of the features that we're going to talk about. Okay. So the first part is some of the features of a full-time role that we'll also talk about taxes, which is very important. So if you're going into any role in the tax space, even anywhere across the world, you need to consider tax. After tax, okay? After tax is very important. You don't want to go and look for, oh, I want to get a 40K job, I want to get a 50K pounds job, I want to get a $80,000 job. You'd also, at the end of the day, how much of those $80,000, how much is getting into your account? Okay? How much is getting into your account is very important. Taxes is very important. Okay. So we'll talk about taxes. Okay. You see, we are not gatekeeping any information. All right. Am I doing a good job, guys? Drop a 1 in the chat if I'm doing a good job. If you're enjoying the session so far, drop a 1 in the chat. I would like to know. All right. 1. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I want to be seeing ones to be going through. Okay, awesome, awesome. I love this. I love this, guys. Honestly, I think you guys on the call at the moment are one of the most active guys I've seen, in a very long time. All right, you're doing an awesome job. Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll talk about some features of full-time job. We'll talk about taxes, very important. Even if you're working remotely, you need to understand tax. You need to understand it. Okay. The second part is, or the third part is average salary expectation. You're getting into the tech space, you need to know what's the baseline. If I get into it today, what's the average in that industry at this point in time? What's the average? So if I don't have experience and I'm trying to get into it, I'm trying to put my leg into it, what's that baseline? What's that average salary expectation I should be looking at? All right, very important. You need to know the average salary you're going into. All right, so we'll talk about that also. Now, some of the features of a full-time work. Okay, some of the features of a full-time role. Number 1, long-term employment. So there's no time specification. Nobody's going to tell you 3 to 6 months. I think the only thing they do is just probation, 3 6 months probation, depending, sometimes 1 year probation. But really, it's not, nobody's just to measure your performance. It's not to track you. Okay, all right. Long-term employment. So some people can be there for the next 20, 30 years. Nobody will chase you away. Okay, so long term, okay, which would lead to what we call job security. So you're there for like 5 years, 10 years. There's no end to your employment. There is no time cap to say that this is the maximum number of years you are going to be in this organization. So you have job security. Do you understand? All right. It also comes with a fixed salary. So if you start on 47,000 or 50,000 or 100,000, regardless of the salary you're starting with, okay, what you're starting with is fixed for that year, for that year, until you get a promotion, until you do something before you get that bump in increase, okay, bump in increase, okay. All right. I also get benefits. So benefits like health insurance, okay, retirement plan, paid time off, leave allowance and all that, okay, and some perks. So we had a participant based in the UK, got a job. She also got a job with a fintech company, fintech startup. I think this business was just starting up at that point in time. So they got funding, okay? All right. And guess what? This lady got in as a senior data analyst. Somebody that had no prior experience, bear in mind, no prior experience. She was a lawyer, okay? A lawyer. She was working as a lawyer in Nigeria, relocated to the UK, did a master's in some, I think, business administration or something like that. All right. Was looking to get a job because of sponsorship. She got a startup role. And one of the major benefits she got that made her take the job was what we call stock options. Okay. All right. So they gave her what we call stock options. So meaning that she's the part owner of the business. So these are some of the benefits you get as a full-time employee. Okay. So some people, we have people that are working with Amazon also that currently have stock options. All right. We have people that are working with the likes of Google, Facebook, major tech firms in the world. Okay. And these guys got stock options. They get bonus at the end of the year. So these are additional benefits for a full-time employee of the organization. So we talk about job security. I mean, you're there long-term, job is secured for 5 years, for 10 years, you're going to be with this organization. Career development. So you get access to training, career advancement, you get a promotion. So you move from a data engineer to, let's say, a senior data engineer, from a senior data engineer to a lead data engineer. Same thing with business analyst, same thing with any career path you choose. So basically, you get that promotion. It could come in every 2 years, some cases 3 years, depending. You have that job security, you are there, you are growing, you are learning, only based on that organization experience. Okay. All right. So the next thing is taxes. Okay. So for full-time employment, okay, taxes are taken care of by the employer. So the employer is the one that would take out the taxes. Okay, that is in charge of filing and not filing, but also partially filing your taxes. Okay, and also taking care of your taxes as the employee. All right. So you don't have anything. If you're earning 100,000 Canadian dollars today, okay, it's the organization that will file tax, okay, and then give you what's left after tax. And that's the reason why you need to be looking at after tax, not just the whole amount. You need to also look at what would you take home what would you take home every month, at the end of every month, bi-weekly or monthly, regardless of the situation. Okay. Now, the next thing is average salary expectation. So for you guys that are looking to get this started in any of the career paths that you are interested in, these are the things you need to take a look at. All right, average salary. So the average salary for the business analyst, all right, in the UK is £52,000. I'm going to get my pen real quick. Okay. All right. All right, the average salary of the data of a business analyst. So if you're looking to get into business analysis, the average salary of a business analyst is £52,000 per annum. So it's per annum, okay? Per annum, okay? Per annum, that's for a full year. That's £52,000 per annum. Canada, it is 74,000 Canadian dollars. In the US, it is 85,000 US dollars. So if you're currently in those regions, that's the average salary they're going to start off with. And I'll explain something very critical because of this average salary. As a beginner, I'll explain it to you. All right. So also in the UK for the data analyst, okay, for the data analyst, you have UK £40,000 per annum, Canada 64,000 Canadian dollars, and in the US 72,000 US dollars. All right. Now, for the HR analysts, for people that are HR professionals looking to get into HR analytics, okay, all right, or people that have just that desire of going into HR and using people, doing analytics with people data, average salary you should be looking at for the UK is £32,000 per annum. Canada is 71,000 Canadian dollars. US is 62,000 US dollars per annum. All right. For financial analytics professionals, okay, guys that want to go into finance, financial analytics, investment banking, and so on. All right. The UK is looking at 51,000 average salary of a financial analyst. Canada is 69,000 Canadian dollars. And in the US, you have 74,000 US dollars. All right. Now we're going to data science for the guys looking to go into data to become a data scientist. Okay. Average salary is £55,000 per annum. Canada is 94,000 Canadian dollars. And in the US, you have 121 US dollars average on average. All right. UK, $65,000 for data engineers. Okay, £65,000. All right, for guys in the UK. Canada is 102 Canadian dollars average salary of a data engineer in Canada. And also in the US, you have $134,000 US dollars for data engineers looking to get into the tech space in the US. Now, for Scrum Master, okay, for the Scrum Master role, you have £52,000 per annum in the UK, 74,000 in Canada, 74,000 Canadian dollars, 85,000 US dollars in the US. All right. Last but not the least, you have cybersecurity. All right. £57,000. All right. For the guys in Canada, for the guys in the UK. All right. For the guys in Canada, 140,000 Canadian dollars. And last but not the least, you have the US guys, 105 US dollars. 105 US dollars. Now, average salary, average salary expectation, average salary expectation. All right. For the people dropping their emails on the chat, please, you don't need to do that. All you need to do is just fill the form. You're fine. All right. Once you fill the form, all right, we'll make certain information available to you. All right. All you need to do is just fill the form. You don't need to drop your emails. Just click on the form that Priscilla is sending to the chat. Okay. You see, fill the attendance form. Okay. Just fill the form. You don't need to drop your emails. All right. So for salary expectation, now, let me tell you something I found out also very recent. Like I said, I'm not gatekeeping any information. Now, for people that are looking to get into the tech space, one particular issue that they have is salary. Salary is a major issue. Okay. And I'll tell you the reason why we always share the average salary expectation for these roles before you select it yourself individually. All right. Now, they say average doesn't mean that's going to be your salary. Okay, average doesn't mean that that's what you get when you get into the tech space. You would likely get more, and in some cases, if you're not very ambitious, you might get less. But the key thing is to know the average, so you don't go below the average. As someone that is starting, try to target at least the average when you're getting into the space. Let me start from somewhere. Target the average. All right. So if you want to transition and you want to get more, let's say you've been working as a teacher for the last 5 years of your life, last 10 years of your life, and you feel like, okay, in this particular career path, I want to do more. I don't want to go back. I don't want to earn something smaller. I want to earn something more. Okay. You can now use that average as a benchmark to negotiating something better. Okay. So if they're asking you during the interview, what's your salary expectation? Okay. A quick answer. I'm not going to talk too much on this anyways, but the quick answer you can actually give the recruiter or the employer is, all right, the average in the industry at the moment for the role is about, let's say the role for a data analyst. The average for the role in Canada at the moment is 64,000 for the role of a data analyst. So what I'll be looking out for is something more competitive than the industry average based on my experience, based on the kind of projects I've worked on, and based on the impact I'll be doing in your organization. So you're quoting statistics that everybody has access to, first of all. Okay. The statistics is the average salary of a data analyst in Canada is $64,000. So you've used that to negotiate, first of all, to say that that's the baseline. All right. That's what the industry average is. And I'm looking to get more. You're not stating a number. Let them be the one to now give you a range. Then you can now start to negotiate from there. This has worked not just for me, but it has worked for other people that are looking to get started in the tech space. So the key thing is knowing those your numbers, know the numbers, all right, and you can use that in negotiating. Don't use your current salary. Don't say, oh, because I am earning 28,000 at the moment, I'm looking at 30,000. You are shooting yourself in the leg. Okay, you can actually earn significantly more. But we'll teach you all this during the main training program. We'll teach you how to negotiate salaries. We'll teach you how to get better opportunities. Okay, this is just a tip of the iceberg to the opportunities you can get going through analytics. And that's basically because we are using our life experience, what we are doing on a day-to-day, to train people to help them get into the tech space. All right. So let's fire on, okay? So this is the average salary, okay? All right. If you have any question, please, at the end of, when we get to the Q&A aspect of the training program, you can ask all the questions that you want to ask, okay? All right. So moving on. Now let's look at contracts. This is what I do at the moment now. This is where I'm more, this is where what I do on a day-to-day. All right. So I don't really look out for full-time employment anymore. I do more of contracts. Okay. Now I'm going to talk also about some features of a contract employment or a contract or fixed-term employee. All right. We'll talk about taxes and we'll also talk about the average salary expectation. Average salary expectation. So now, some features of this role. First of it is definition. temporary employment based on a contract for a specific project or a period. So let me give you our personal experience. So I worked with an organization based off in Ireland, okay? And they basically wanted a professional on contract basis, not full time, just coming. So they were transitioning from Power BI to Tableau. Okay, from Tableau to Power BI. So they were using Tableau. The organization was dominantly using Tableau. So majority of the reports, the majority of the analytics were done in Tableau. Okay, but they were moving from Tableau to Power BI. Okay, so they were now looking for a contractor, somebody that knows Tableau, that also knows Power BI, coming to what we call reverse engineer the reports from Tableau to Power BI. Okay, very simple, very easy to understand. So you have your reports in Tableau. Because you are moving to Power BI, you want to create that report that was in Tableau, you want to create it in Power BI. So that's what they were looking for. Literally, that's literally what we're looking for. Somebody that knows Tableau, all right? Somebody that knows Power BI. One person knows Tableau, Power BI, and I'm looking for the person to come in to reverse engineer this report from Tableau into Power BI. So I think that was like the second contract job I was working on. Okay, but it was fantastic. It was interesting because it was significantly more than a full-time employer. Okay, but guess what? It was only for a specific period of time. It was only for a specific period of time, which was 6 months. Okay, which was so it's usually between 3 to 6 to 12. Okay, 12 months. All right, all right. So usually it's short term. So it's for a specific period project. Like when I was done with that project, they wanted to move me into a new project. Okay. And I'll talk more about those kind of opportunities. Okay. So, it's short term. So they wanted to complete this in like 6 months. The first one was about 6 months. They extended it for like another 6 months to a year. So I was with them for like a year, okay, to complete that particular project. So we did more than just Tableau to Power BI, not just reports. We also did optimize the analytical processing, Power BI development, so on and so forth. Basically, deploying Power BI for the organization. So it was a very interesting project for me. All right. So 6 months to 12 months, in and out, make your money, go out and do your thing. Do you understand? So it's short term, temporary, okay? Benefits, you usually don't get any benefits. So everybody's going on leave, okay? If you go on leave, sometimes your leave is not even paid. All right, you don't get paid leave, you don't, that perks, benefits, you don't get any benefits. Okay, no benefits, zero. Okay, some organization will give you some, but not very extensive, just basic benefits. Okay, job security, less job security. After the contract has finished, if the organization wants to extend the contract, they can extend, but it's at their discretion. Okay, it's at their discretion, meaning that if they want to extend the contract, they would extend the contract. But if they don't want to extend the contract, that's the end. 6 months is 6 months. You've gone out of employment. Do you understand? All right. Now, the other part is experience building. All right. So you see at the start of the session, I said I've worked as a data scientist, I've worked as a data analyst, I've worked as a data engineer, business systems analyst, I've worked as a logistics analyst, supply chain analyst, I've worked across different industries, different places. That's the beauty of contracting positions. Okay. Gain experience. So you're in and out 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, regardless of the short-term projects. So anything else, I've even worked as a Power Platform developer. So you see, experience is it's so interesting. I'm not saying everybody should do this, okay? So if you're a family man or a family person, family oriented, you're just starting a family, this might be very uncertain for you, all right, because of the flexibility. But we'll talk more about which one you should take on, okay, at what point of your career. Okay. So this is more experience. You're building more experience because you're coming into the organization and you're eating the ground running, like our president, eat the ground running like our president that said, day one, running, second day, running. So at the contract position for contract position, they would expect you to hit the ground running. So once you start, you're already getting familiar with the processes, you are making changes already, and so on. So it's more fast paced than a full time employee. For the full-time employment I worked in, they gave me a period of about 6 months to like 9 months to understand their business. 6 months to 9 months. So they were doing training. They were, how are you? Are you fine? Are you okay? For about 6, 9 months. Obviously work will be done, but they still pampered me for like 6, 9 months before I hit the ground running. All right. But for contract positions, guys, you're hitting the ground running. The first thing they want like this, they want to see some changes. They want to see what are you working on at the moment, so on and so forth. Kickstart immediately. Okay. All right. But you will build quality experience in experiences that would take you beyond your expectation. All right. That's exactly what you need to talk about. So now, on the flip side, we have taxes. Okay. We have taxes. So now with taxes for a contract position, you, the employee, you need to file your own taxes. You will be the one to file your taxes. And I will show you the benefit of this, of filing your own taxes. Okay? I will tell you the benefit of you filing your own taxes. I will tell you the benefit in a few seconds. All right? So now let me show you what happens normally. Okay? For the full-time employer, for the full-time, let's say full-time, okay, full-time employee. All right? So what you get at the end of the month, your salary, okay, minus your tax, okay, will now become at the end of the month, your actual salary minus tax is what you now get, your disposable income, okay? All right, the disposable income. So you see, your tax is removed. Immediately, your tax is removed, even before, even before you get your money, your taxes are due removed. So you see, your tax is the first thing that they remove before any other thing. Okay. Now, for the contract position on the flip side, okay, for the contract position on the flip side, okay, the full money is paid you. They pay you the full amount. They pay you the full amount. So if they're paying you $10,000, $8,000 per month or per week or whatever the case might be. Let's say per month, okay? Let's say about $9,000 per week per month, okay? They pay you the full 9,000, okay? They pay you the full 9,000, okay? Now, after that is when you will now take out your expenses, okay? Okay, you take out your expenses from this same 9,000. All right, you take out any other thing, any other operational, okay, operational expenses and so on and so forth, okay, all right, and then you take out your tax. So when you finish this, you would have your, let's say, your gross, okay, your gross. Then it's based on this gross. So if your gross is about 3,000, okay, all right, you pay your taxes on the gross. You don't pay your tax, okay, on the actual amount, on the net money you receive. Okay, so for this particular person now, the tax is removed. Then you now start to do your monthly expenses. Okay, so in order for, like a full-time employer, let me just explain again. For the full-time employer, for full-time employee, all right, this is what you're supposed to collect 10,000 or let's say 10,000, okay, all right, at the end of the month. They will remove your tax, okay? So if you're collecting maybe like 20, let's say 40% tax or anyhow it is, I don't know what it is, depending on the region, okay? They'll remove your tax first. So if your tax is about 2,000, okay, all right, so you're left with 8,000 before you start to talk about your monthly expenses, okay? Before you start to talk about your monthly expenses. But on the flip side, for the contract position, if you are both earning the same $10,000, okay, if you're both earning the same $10,000, I'm going to take out my expenses first, okay? For tax purposes, I'm going to take out my expenses. So expenses for that month, let's say I spend about, working from home, buying equipment, doing small things around the house, going to work from the coffee shop, doing all the basic things that you do on a monthly basis. Basically, even buying things into your house can also be, carried out into the business as an expense. Okay, so let's say you spend, let's say $5,000, just hypothetical. Okay, You are left with $5,000. Okay, that is now at this point in time, your tax is paid based on 5,000, not based on 10,000, like what you have as a full-time employee. All right. So in terms of tax benefits, based off this, you get more money, okay, working as a contractor. Okay, you get more money working as a contractor. Okay, even if you're work, as long as you're a taxpayer and working contracting, you will make more money. Okay, money after tax, before tax, anything. You'll be paying less taxes, but you'll be getting more money. All right. So in the UK, it's slightly different. Okay, and that's why I put it here, inside and outside IR 35. And I'll explain it to you. Let me show you a typical role in the UK so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, just give me a second. I'm just going to open my browser. All right, so for the guys in the UK, all right, I'll go to JobServe. So for guys looking for contract positions in the UK, JobServe is a fantastic place to go to. All right, I'll do more practicals. Don't worry, I'll show you. So JobServe, go to JobServe, okay? And let's take a look at some contract positions, okay? All right, give it a second. All right, so because I'm based in Canada, it's going to be giving me locations in Canada. Okay. All right. So let me use another place. Let me use another job site that is more flexible. Total jobs. Okay. I'll try out total jobs. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at let's look at the data engineering role, data engineer. Okay. All right. And I'll look at United Kingdom, obviously. I'm looking at. All right. Let's just look at London. Okay. All right, so we have data engineer. I'm just going to go ahead to look at contract position. So this is based on location, salary, date posted, type of company. So you see job type over here. You see job type. You will see contracts. Okay, contracts. So that's what I'm looking out for. Contract position in the UK. All right. So you see for the first one, data engineer, you'll see up to £650 per day. What happened? Up to £650. Why is the site can't be reached? Let me look at this also one. Let me look at the next one. Oh, sorry. Why is it? Oh, okay. For the guys. Okay, I'm not sure why that is not working for these roles. Okay. All right. Let me just use read.co.uk. I'm not sure why total jobs is. I think they have restrictions when you're not in that region. Okay, you have a little bit of restrictions. Okay, but anyways, let's try and read. I have read.co.uk. So I'm still going to look for data engineer or any role that you're interested in. Just put it there. It really doesn't matter. And I'm going to search. Okay, this read.co.uk. All right. So I'm going to look for contracts. Is what I'm looking for. Contract. Okay. I think there's something wrong with my browser. Okay, so we have contract position. So you see lead data engineer, this is 500 to 535 pounds per day. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, earning more as a contract as a contractor. You have data engineer, 325 to 400 pounds per day. Okay, you have 200 to 300 pounds per day working as a contractor in the UK. All right. We also do the ones for guys in the US, in Canada, and so on. We'll check them out. Okay. All right. So let's just look at any one of them. All right. You'll see they'll clearly tell you if it is inside or outside IR 35. So this current one is outside IR 35. Some other ones, let's just take a look at them. Let me just take a look at some of the other ones. So this one is 6 month potential day rate, blah, blah, blah. Looking for inside or outside IR 35. This is actually not stated in here, or is it? I will need to read through it. Give me a second. Let me just look for another one. All right. Any other one? Let's say this. Okay. So this is the rate of 500 to 400 to 500 pounds per day. IR35 status, this is also outside IR35. So they're majorly outside that you're seeing here. I'm trying to look for inside, one that is even inside IR35. But essentially, the two types that you have in the UK in terms of taxes for working as a contractor, you have inside and outside IR35. IR35. So inside IR35, working as a contractor, okay, working as a contractor, okay, when you're working inside IR35, it means that the organization will file your taxes. Okay. So while I was in the UK, I usually did more of inside because I didn't know what, because I was doing like 2, 3 in some cases. So I wanted them to find the taxes themselves, okay, and give me what's left. Okay. Some people wanted to do it outside. So outside from the, while outside on the other hand, you, the contractor, okay, okay, will file the taxes. Okay, will file taxes. Okay, so that's the difference. For the likes of Canada, okay, or the US, these guys, the contractor will file the taxes. The contractor filed the taxes, you will file the taxes. The business at no point will be the one to file your taxes yourself, by themselves, working as a contractor. Canada, US, you, the contractor, you will file your taxes. Okay? But in the UK, you have inside and outside IR35. Inside, the organization will file their tax, will file your taxes on your behalf. Okay? While outside, you, the contractor, will file your taxes. So this one is similar to the ones you find in Canada and the US, but the contract positions in the UK as inside mean you have the opportunity of the organization filing the taxes themselves. So IR35 is basically just is a tax system, okay? Is a tax system for contract positions, for contractors, for businesses, okay? For businesses, okay? All right. So in the eye of the government, okay, they see contractors as business owners, like you own a business. So you're consultants, essentially. That's what it means. Okay. So in the eye of the government, working as a contractor, they see you as a business. So as a business, as a business, if you work inside or outside, is that you file the organization file the taxes for you, or you, the business, all right, you, the contractor, will file your taxes yourself. All right, so that's basically the difference between our inside and outside IR35. So you have the ability to make more money. Now let's look at salary expectation working as a contractor. What salary would you be looking to expect working as a contractor? All right. Compensation, potentially higher pay per project without benefit like health insurance or paid leave. So you get more money. So working as a contractor, working on contract, you will likely get paid more than a full-time employer. Full-time employee, I mean, okay, you will likely be paid more. Now, for any of these career paths, business analysis, data analytics, full stack data science, you're going into data engineering, cybersecurity, Scrum Master, HR analytics, financial analytics. The average pay you should be looking at, okay, average, okay, or range, I would say. All right. For the guys in the UK, we have between 30 to 200 pounds per hour. Okay, you can actually earn between 30 pounds to 200 pounds per hour. I mean, you can look at some roles that I shared with you earlier. So some roles are paying as high as 700 pounds per day. Okay, now do the maths by yourself. 700 per day divided by average of 8 hours that you're working in that day, you should know how much you're going to be getting every per hour for that particular day. So if you're earning 800 pounds per hour, in which you can actually earn 800 pounds per day, you can when you divide it by 8, you get how many you get about 100 hours, 100 pounds per hour for that particular day of work. Okay, so you can do the math. You can actually earn higher than that, depending on your experience, depending on your experience and kind of projects you've worked on and so on. All right, so you can actually earn more working as a contractor. So if you're in the UK, for example, and you're doing that, let's say on average, you're doing about, let's say you're doing 200 pounds per day. Okay. Let's say you're even doing about 200 pounds per day. So 200 pounds per day multiplied by, let's say you work, obviously you work 5 days in a week. That's what? 1,000. In a month, you get what? $4,000. All right. And what? At the end of the year, 12, okay, you're getting 48,000, which is likely not too much. All right. But now let's take it up a notch. Okay. Say you're earning about 500 pounds per day. Okay. 500 pounds per day. Now multiply by, obviously, you do that 5 days in a week. That's 2,500 multiplied by 4 times in a. So this is what you get in a week. So for a month, you're going to get $10,000. In a year, you can actually earn as high as 120,000 pounds working contracts. Okay, that's on 500 pounds per day. Sorry, I think the 400 was slightly lesser. 400 multiplied by 5, we give it 2,000 multiplied by 4 times in a month, 8,000 multiplied by 12, that will be at 96,000 pounds. So, and you see, and that's it. You can actually earn significantly more working as a contractor. So now the ball of contention, okay, the ball of contention is not that you should, I would say that depending on the stage of your experience. So if you're getting started, if you're just starting, you want to get your foot into the door, all right? All right. If you're just getting yourself into the door, you're getting your foot into the door, I would say you should start with a full-time job. Okay. So if you're just getting started, you want to get into the tech space, you want to get started, I would say you should start your career as a full-time employee. Okay? Because that's when you can make mistakes. That's where you can get training from the organization. That's where you can build experience. That's where you can talk to people, ask questions. Nobody will hold you, nobody will hold it against you. All right. Well, if you do that for like 2 years, I would say maximum. Okay, if you are very goal oriented, you want to, do more, you want to make more money, gain more experience. All right, you could do that full time job for like 2 years. Okay, all right, then transition easily into the consulting space or the contract space, and the contract space, where you can actually earn more an hour of your work, than working full time. That's exactly what I am trying to explain. So when you're getting started, I'm not saying you should start and you start earning $5,500 per day. It's impossible. It's possible. I won't say impossible. It's possible, but it's going to be slightly difficult for a beginner to get 500 pounds per day. All right. So, are you guys learning something? If you're getting something from this, or which of this position would you like to transition into? Do you want the stability or do you want the contract? Full time, FT for full time, contract for contract. Put it in the chat. Let me see. Which one would you prefer? Full time. We'll go now. Okay. All right. I have full time. Majority of guys are full time, full time, full time. Contract guys are coming in now. Full time, contract. Okay. All right, full time. Okay. Like I mentioned, if you're just a beginner, you should look at full time. That is a stability. You want a peace of mind that you have a job. Okay. You can get training. You can get training. You can get mentorship from the organization and so on. But down the line, okay, you need to make more money. Because when you're talking about the tech space, you're talking about money in the tech space. You make more money working as a contractor than a full-time employee. All right. People need to start looking at, okay, I need to make that switch. 2 years, 3 years working as a full-time, make that switch. You'll make more money. You can own multiple contracts. Nobody says you must work with one company as a contract staff. You can work with multiple. So imagine you're working with two companies earning like 400, all right, per day from 200. That's about 800 every day. Okay, 800 pounds every day. Imagine you add the third one. If you like stress, you can add the third one. All right. But anyways, that's basically the full time. For US, it is $550 to $300. Canada, it's about $550 to about 250 Canadian dollars per hour, okay, of work. Okay, you can actually achieve that. And I'll show you. I have sites that I've made available for you. Just because of time, I may not be able to go through, the sites. But I've gone through the one for the UK anyways, and I've explained inside and outside IR35 for contract positions. All right. Total Job, CV Library, JobServe. I used when I was in the UK, all right, while in the UK, this was what I used majorly for contract position. okay, for contracts. This is what I used, all right? Well, every other place that you have here will also give you that, that flexibility. You could also, LinkedIn is another very fantastic place for the guys in the UK. So if you go to LinkedIn, let me just quickly, I think I'll just use LinkedIn for a quick one. Okay. All right. I'll just quickly use LinkedIn just to show you, all right, that these things are possible. The key thing is starts. A lot of people would want to make more money to get more experience, to get started. Starts. That's the first thing. Okay. First thing you need to look at is start. How do I start? Where do I start from? That's a key question you need to look at. So let's look at the role of a business analyst. Okay. Unfortunately, I may not be able to look at every role, but don't take it my not me not checking that role. You have access to the internet, you can check it by yourself. I'll show you how to do it. Okay. So go to LinkedIn, click on jobs. Okay. All right. Type in the city. So let's say, for example, I'm looking at the guys in Canada. Okay. All right. So I'm looking for contracts, okay, for the guys looking for contracts. Majority of the roles you see here are full-time, temporary, and so on and so forth. But I want just contract, okay? So you see there's no filter for contracts. You have date posted, you have experience level, salary, company, remote, easy apply. You need to select all filters to see the filters for contract job positions. All right, click on filter. Now you scroll down and you'll see job type. You'll see contracts. Okay, so click on contract. All right, and let's take a look at contract position. Now you can see this. This is a business analyst role in Canada, paying as high as 55 to $60 per hour. Let's look at the maths for that. Let's look at what the maths will come down to at the end of the year. Okay, let's say about 55. Let's take the lower end, anyways. Let's take the lower end just for a start. So 55 hours, $55 per hour multiplied by 40 hours in a week. So 8 hours every day, 40 hours in a week. Yeah. So what would you get at the end of the so you have $2,200 per week. All right. So you do this for a month. So that's 4 weeks. Multiplied by 4 weeks, you have what? $88,800 per month. You do this for the year, all right, that is 105 Canadian dollars. If you're going to be getting $55 per hour, okay, if you're going to be now, that's the beauty. Somebody say tax man. Beauty about contracts. You will do the taxes yourself. So, like I explained, that's the reason why I'll tell you anybody that's looking to get more money should work contracts. So now this 105 will get into your account, will enter into your account. The organization is going to pay you cash without removing anything. No taxes is removed. So now you, the contractor, will now take out your operating expenses, first of all. Operating. All right, operating expenses. You take out your operating expenses. So if you're working from home, for example, like myself, okay, working remotely from the house, okay, so all the things I need to work, even my lunch, my breakfast, my dinner, everything can be expensed out. Okay, so at the end of the month or at the end of the year, if my total expenses is about, let's say, 90,000, all right, yes, I have some people that file losses. All right, so it means that they're not paying any tax. You only pay tax on what is left. Okay, so at the end of the month, at the end of the year, okay, we're left with about $15,600. Okay, so now that's when you now pay your tax. You pay your tax on what is left, not on the amount itself. You pay your tax on what is left. Okay, after taking out your operating expenses. Okay, so if you buy a new car, as a contractor, you can expense it out, using the contract, which is, you can expense it as a business car, as an official car. Okay, you can use your personal car, or you expense it out as a business car. But anyway, there are ways, there's a thin line between tax avoidance and tax evasion. So those are the things you need a financial advisor to advise you on. But essentially, you are paying less taxes. Okay, so for somebody that is earning 100K salary, okay, you're not on the same basis. You're not collecting the same money. Okay? You are not collecting the same money. All right. So somebody that is getting a full-time job, okay, full time, and is earning $100,000 Canadian dollars. All right, and you that you're earning the same $100 as a contractor, you are gaining more money because tax is taken out first on the 100K. Okay, then you're left with, let's say, 89,000. Okay, let's just say about 89,000. Then you now start to take out your expenses based on this 89,000. All right. But with this guy, operating expenses is taken out first. So I want to eat. I want to have fun. I want to take out my team for a lunch. I want to go out for lunch. You can expense all those small expenses out. Okay. And then at the end of the month, at the end of the year, your taxes is based off what's left. So that's something you need to talk about. You need to take note of, okay, working as a contractor in Canada, the US, or any region, really. So you can go scroll down, you see other roles, okay? This is 70 to $85 per hour. You can actually earn above in the hundreds of dollars working as a business analyst, cyber security analyst, and so on. So let's take a look at another role. Let's say data scientist, or let's just say, let me look for Scrum Master. All right, Scrum Master in the United States. All right, United States. Okay, all right. This is LinkedIn. I'm using LinkedIn so you can easily see it. All right, so I'm going to look at it also. Okay, sorry, I went to reset. So I'm going to look at contract position, contract. Okay, so this is Scrum Master in the United States. Scrum Master roles in United States for contract. So this is $100 to $105,000 per annum. All right, this is likely going to be a fixed term contract. Okay, so you see it's contract, senior position, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, you can read through it. We don't have enough time to read through them. So this is Scrum Master Remote, $52 to $57 per hour, US dollars. Okay, this is Project Manager Scrum Master, $70 per hour. Okay, and so on. Okay, this is 60 to 70K Q&A and so on. But basically, LinkedIn is just one of the places you can actually go to. And that's the same thing. If you are in Ireland, okay, for example, it's the same thing, guys. It doesn't change. It's the same process, the same thing. All right. It's the same process. So I used to work in Ireland. So I worked in Ireland, I worked in the UK, worked in Canada, worked in the US, and it's been full-time contract position across all these places. The same thing with data analysts, guys. Okay, the same thing with data analysts. So if you're in the UK, all right, United Kingdom, okay, all right, and you're looking for a data analyst, okay, all right. So let's just take a look at data analyst in the UK, for example, analyst, okay, and let's look at what contract position would look like for data analysts in the UK. All right. So you see, this is 40 to 50 pounds per hour in the UK. All right. You could see another one. This is 40. This is United Kingdom. Okay, it's coming off in dollars for me because of the region where I am. Okay, so it's not showing in pounds. Wonder why it's not showing. Okay, this is in pounds. 70 to 100 hours. Okay, 70 to 100 pounds per hour. Same thing with any other role. So it's contract positions you can go ahead and look for. All right, okay. So guys, I can't do for all the roles. We have 8 roles. Okay, we have 8 roles across 3 regions. You can always check the internet. Literally, everybody has a LinkedIn. Everybody should have a LinkedIn account. Okay, so you could just go there, go to jobs. All right, type in the training program you're interested in, the skill you're interested in, select the region, and look at the opportunities that you have there. What I've done is to provide you with a list of job places. You'll get access to the slides. Okay, you'll get access to the slides, so you can go to all these job sites and you can actually search. Okay, all right, and you see the opportunities that you see in there. And don't forget, the reason why we selected these 8 career paths is very simple: easy to learn, easy to transition, and high and rewarding salaries. Okay. Now, the other part of it, Canada, the guys in Canada, you're looking to get into any of these roles in Canada, contract full time, please come and check out this place, all the websites you have here. You have LinkedIn, you have Indeed, you have Government of Canada websites, you have Glassdoor, Workopolis, Career Builder, Talent.com, Monster, Google Jobs, all these places you can get full time and contract positions. All right. The same thing for the guys in the US. Okay. Talent, Monster, Job Rapido, ZipRecruiter, Flex Jobs, Workable, Next, Resume Library. These are some jobs, places you can actually get job opportunities. Now, for the people in Africa looking to get a remote job, okay, I want to get a job in the US. I want to get a job in the UK. Can I get a job? I can see all the charts coming up. Can these jobs be done from Nigeria? And the opportunity for the guys in Nigeria to get this opportunity. You'll likely be working full time. Not, I've not really seen contract position for that. For someone so far away. Okay, but you can get full-time opportunities. You can get full-time opportunities. And we have people that have gotten, and I'll share the experience with you. All right. So you can go to this job site. LinkedIn is one place you can get remote jobs. Do you know that? Okay, LinkedIn. I'm going to go back to LinkedIn and I'll show you. So currently you're in Nigeria, okay? You're looking for, let's say, a cybersecurity role, okay? Cybersecurity. All right, and you're looking for a job in the US, for example, okay, United States, okay. First of all, that's exactly what you get. So you even see the first one that you see there, a remote opportunity, junior cybersecurity analyst, remote opportunity, remote. Okay, you have access to remote opportunities, 100%. You can. All right. So now, if you are currently, so you're looking for, so this currently, you might want to select just remote. All right. So you streamline it, you filter it to just remote opportunities. All right. And then let's take a look at it. So cyber security, fully remote opportunities. So you see it here. So you see there, this is threat intelligence analyst. This is $60,000 to $75,000 per annum. This is remote. So you can apply for it. Now, also a little bit of caveats. Like I would never lie, I'm not going to lie on call just for you to get interested. All right. A little bit of caveat is some of these roles want you to be in the US to qualify for the role. All right. Some of them want you to be in the US. You might be in California, you might be in Boston, you might be in Washington, you might be in Atlanta. Regardless, they don't care where you are. As long as you're in the US, you can apply for the role. As long as you're outside the US, they might not consider you. Okay. So they want you to be in the US to work remotely within the US. So companies like that exist. Okay. But the only downside is you really don't know what company is doing that or not doing that. Okay. So whenever you want to apply for these jobs, you need to apply to everything. Okay. So let them be the one to come back to you to ask you, are you in the US? And if you tell them, no, I'm currently based in Nigeria, okay, then they can make a decision. Okay. All right. But don't put the cart before the horse. Okay. So you really can't look at the role and know if they want you to be in the US. Some of them might state it in the JD. Okay. All right. Some of them might state it in the job post. Some of them wouldn't state it. So you need to apply in order for you to know. All right. So that's why you have a ton of opportunities to apply for. I mean, just cybersecurity in the US for remote jobs, you have 6,000 job opportunities, 6,672 currently for cybersecurity in the US. Okay. So you have fraud analyst. This was just about 2 hours ago. Okay. $80 per hour. All right. Cyber security analyst, $63 to $65 per hour. Remote opportunity. Digital forensic lead is a lead position. Okay. This is 130 to 160. You might need to build up more experience in order for you to take on lead positions. Well, anything that has to do with analyst, specialist, data analytics specialist, security data analytics specialist, you can apply for those roles. You will learn all those things during the training program to qualify to get this opportunity. Data and information privacy analyst, $25,000. So you can get this all remote opportunity, guys. So it's not just LinkedIn. It's not just LinkedIn. Like I said, I provided with a list. Okay. So if you go to built-in also, it's the same thing. So if I open my browser and I check built-in, so this is majorly for remote roles, yeah, remote opportunity. If you're looking for a remote opportunity, so I'm going to go to builtin.com. Okay, just give it a second, and you'll see it here. I'm going to be looking for remote jobs. You said remote jobs have been selected already. Let's say this time around, let's say financial analyst. We've not looked at the financial analyst role. Financial, okay, analyst. Okay. This is fully remote roles, guys. Fully remote. No hybrid, nothing like that. Okay. Fully remote roles. Okay. So I'm going to unselect hybrid and in office. I would ensure it's just remote that is selected, and I'm going to apply. Okay, so you see this financial analyst. This is fully remote roles in the US. Okay, fully remote roles. Okay, financial analyst with Motorola Solutions. We're all familiar with Motorola. Looking for currently, they're looking for a financial analyst. This was posted about 4 days ago. All right, financial analyst CrowdStrike. Okay, this was posted yesterday. All right, and its salary expectation $55,000 to $90,000 annually. Financial analyst, you have another one 4 days ago. This is 63 to 90,000. And you see a lot of these are all remote opportunities for financial analysts in the US. So the reason why you cannot apply for this job at this point in time, you currently listening to me, looking to get into financial analytics, all right? The reason why you can't apply for this role is because you don't have the skill to qualify. Let's take a look at one of them. I mean, we have a few seconds to take a look at them. All right. Let's take a look at them. All right. So you see 1 to 3 years transferable knowledge, strategic financial experience, proficiency in Excel, PowerPoint, experience in SQL and Tableau. Look at all the skills that they need from you. And let's take a look at the curriculum. All right. Attention to details, accuracy, and intellectual curiosity, and so on. Those are the things that they need from you. All right. So majority of it, you see certificate is not there. You don't see you must be a chartered accountant. All right. You don't need, you must be a certified financial analyst. There's nothing regarding that in there. All right. So certificates and all those things that you're chasing currently, it's not relevant, unfortunately. Okay. For you looking to get, it's a skill that these guys are looking for. So let's just look for another, let's just look at Flexport, okay? Another role entirely for financial analytics. All right. You should have minimum of 1 year experience, very strong financial modeling, very high attention to detail, articulate and persuasive communication skills. Skill. Get the skill. Don't chase certificates. Don't look for certificates. I personally don't have any certificates. All right. So, anyways, we'll talk more about that. Okay. I think the time is well spent. Okay. But if you've been enjoying the session so far, guys, please, I want to see one. I want to see one in the chat. If you've learned something new today, all right, on getting started. The key thing is starting, not becoming an experience, not getting 5, 10 years. So I love this. I love the guys. I love you guys, honestly speaking. All right. We'll be wrapping up very soon. I'm very time conscious. We'll take questions very soon. Okay, don't worry. Okay. So, now how do you get started? The key thing is you'll notice is I keep saying get started. That's not become a scientist in 3 months. No. How do you get your foot into the door? How do you secure the first role? That's our concern. Because the moment you enter, the key thing is entry. And that's what we're trying to do. We are trying to limit the barrier to entry. So you see, the fact that it took me 2 years should not take you 2 years to get a job in the tech space. It shouldn't. All right. So how do I, as a professional, ensure that you get a job within a certain limit of time, within 6 months, within 4 to 6 months, after completing the training program or during the training program, you can actually secure this opportunity. You can do it. The key thing is to start. Okay. So now for business analyst, I'm just going to breeze through it because of time. Okay. So the business analyst, the role is a very interesting role. All right. Like I said, I've worked as a business systems analyst, okay, which is a subset of the business analyst career path. So now, looking at what we have here, the business analyst position, business analyst is more concerned as a role, okay, is more concerned about process. Is more concerned about process. Okay. And now you're asking yourself, what's process? Very simple. You are on this call currently, you personally, you're on this call. The key question is, how did you get to this call? There's a process that went on. All right. You saw an ad on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or you saw a post, or a friend recommended, you filled the form, you joined the community. There's a process that you went through in order for you to get the link that got you admitted into the class. There's a certain process. If you want to go on leave in your organization today, there is a process you go through. It's either you send an email to your boss, okay, or you fill the form online. Okay, there's a form you fill online, then or you even write it on a piece of paper and you put it on the laptop of your boss. There are different processes. Okay, one process might be better than the other, but basically process. So every organization on the surface of this wall is made up of processes. Okay, you want to buy something on Jumia today, on Amazon, on AliExpress, any of those websites, you must go to their website first of all. That's the key part. That's the starting point of the process of buying something on the platform. You must add it to your cart. Okay, you add it to your cart. You must click on buy. Okay, put in your card details, then you click on pay. Do you understand? In order for them to signify that you have paid for that product. Okay? So everything is based on processes. So basically, the role of the business analyst is to look at this process and make it more efficient. Okay? Look at the process and make it more efficient. How can we be 10 times better? So take, for example, you work with Omolorobo Hospital. Okay? You work with Omolorobo Hospital. All right? You work with their hospital. And we find out that, working in this hospital, the wait time in this hospital, the wait time is about 1 hour. So it means that if a patient comes into the hospital, in order for them to see the doctor, it will take them 1 hour to see the doctor. Okay, that's the average wait time. Okay, it's average wait time. It will take them 1 hour to see the doctor. Now, obviously, you know that that's not optimal. That process is not optimal. So when the patient comes in, they collect their form, they go and look for something, they go, whatever happens, it takes them 1 hour on average to see the doctor. But you see, there is now another competitor. There is now another, let's say another hospital called Crown Hospital. Okay? Crown Hospital. Okay? All right. Now, you as a business analyst, you do what we call benchmarking to look at another competitor. And you now find out your competitor, the wait time with your competitor, okay? The wait time for your competitor is about 15 minutes. You don't know that this business is dying slowly, okay? Because as a patient, I don't want to waste 1 hour, waiting to see the doctor. No matter how good you guys are, I don't want to wait 1 hour. I would likely go to your competitor that is for 15 minutes, okay? So as a business analyst, you need to do what we call process mapping, okay? Process mapping, what we call process mapping, to identify what is currently happening, okay? What is currently happening, and what should happen in the future. What is the current state, what they call the current state, and the future state, okay? And then, okay, figure out how do I move from the current state, which is 1 hour, and how do I get to the future state if it is immediately. All right. So these people are doing 15 minutes. So I don't want to do 15 minutes. I want to get better than 15 minutes. I want to do immediately you get there, you should be able to see the doctor. Immediately. How do I achieve this? Do you think it's possible to be achieved? Let me ask you that question. Do you think it's achievable? From moving from 1 hour to getting to immediately you get there, you are going to see a doctor. Do you think it's possible? Let me ask you guys. Do you think it is possible? Yes. Can anybody guess how you do it? How it could be done? Let me ask. Can anybody guess how it can be done? So rather than coming to the hospital to wait, oh, fantastic. AD said scheduling. I am more doctors. These are, quite a number of very good process optimization, improving the process, simple. A very simple way, I would just off the top of my head, like somebody has said, okay, is to automate schedule. Okay, what we call book online, book online. So rather than coming to the hospital to wait, I could hire more doctors, like somebody has said, hire more doctors. So we have more, for people to select from, okay, more options. Then I could just tell them to book. So if they're going to be booking online, if they will be booking online, if this particular process, I need them to book online. So once you book 11 o'clock, you know that you are coming in at 10:50 or maybe 11:45. And once it's 11 o'clock, you are seeing a doctor. Okay. So in order for me to do this online platform, I need what? I need a tech team. Okay. Now this is where you now get to work with software developers, you get to work with data analysts, data scientists, you get to work with different tech teams. Okay, in order for you to book, in order for you to build this particular scheduling system. All right. So you see, the first thing you needed to do is to understand the current process. We are doing it in 1 hour, okay? On average. You did what we call benchmarking to see your competitors are doing it in 15 minutes. You now design the future state to say that how can we get people to see the doctor immediately? Based on you guys' recommendation, we picked up scheduling. Okay, people should be able to schedule when they would see a doctor. Okay, and that's exactly what we did. And you're able to come up with a solution to this immediately. So, as the business analyst working in the organization, your core function is how to improve process, okay, to make it more efficient, to make the business make more money, okay, make more money, all right, all right, spend less money, make more money, spend less money, and so on and so forth. So those are the kind of things that you look at, okay? And I love you guys. I think you guys are one of the smartest set of participants I've actually facilitated for. You guys came up with such very, very smart ideas in just a few seconds. A round of applause for you guys. Please give, I need to, a round of applause, guys. You guys are too smart. You guys are too smart. Or maybe you guys are all business analysts already. Maybe that's the case, okay? But a round of applause for you guys. All right. So essentially, that's the role of the business analyst. So basically, for the business analysis training programs that we go through, all right, you see a bit of data analytics is embedded in there. Okay, a bit of data analytics is embedded. Okay, you see, the first thing you will learn is Excel, Power BI, and SQL. Power BI, Excel, and SQL. So data analytics. So now you see majority of these employers are looking for business data analysts. So you will see opportunities like that, business data analysts. So that you can also apply for those jobs. Basically, that's what it means. So you will learn Excel like a data analyst, you learn Power BI like a data analyst, you learn SQL like a data analyst. And then you now move to the other parts, okay, which is more BA related. So you let work, we talked about process mapping already, project initiation planning, Agile and Scrum for projects, software development lifecycle, requirement fundamentals, elicitation, stakeholder analysis and engagement. Also, you get to work with AI for business analysis. So you get to leverage ChatGPT for business analysis. You learn all that also. Okay, so basically that's it. So it's a combination, you see, you have a spice of data analytics in the program. So you can apply for business analyst roles. You can apply for business systems analyst roles. You can also apply for business data analyst roles. So you see, going through this training program will give you more opportunities than the regular business analyst role that you find out there. Okay, the regular one that you just find out to go and learn this. They won't give you projects or anything. This particular one is project based, experience building. Okay, all right, you get to learn data analytics, you get to learn business analysis, you also get to learn AI for business analysts. Okay, you leveraging ChatGPT essentially. So the training program is for 4 months. Okay, 4 months, 2 months of learning, 2 months of free virtual internship. So you get 2 months of internship. Wonderful experience building internship. Okay, when you get to build a web application and you deploy it as a business analyst. So those are kind of projects that you're looking for to get your foot into the door. Basically, that's what you'll be doing in this particular training program. All right. So the classes, we have classes Saturdays and Sunday. We have classes on Saturday and on Sunday for the business analysis training program if you're interested. All right. So for the guys in EU, in Europe, UK, and Africa, okay, you have 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time on Saturday. So you have the Saturday live classes, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. Okay, that would be morning for the guys in Nigeria and across, the EU, African region. Now, for the guys in Canada and the US, we have the evening time, which is 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. West African time, which will translate to 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you're in Canada and US, you would want to select this for business analysis. So you have the classes in the morning between 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay, so 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the guys in Africa, the UK, Germany, France, all that, you will do yours in the morning, 11 to 2 p.m. West African time. We also have a class in the evening, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. But it's going to be the morning for the guys in Canada, which is going to be 10 to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Sunday, the timing on Sunday is 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. West African time for the guys in Nigeria, UK, and so on. Also, all right, evening class is 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. West African time for the guys in Canada, which we translate to 12 to 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So this is the timing. So look at the region, know your timing. That's very important. Okay. So for Saturday class, morning and evening, Sunday, morning, afternoon, and evening, which is likely going to be the afternoon for you and the guys in Canada and the US. All right. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. All right. So all right. So now we'll have the data analyst, data scientist, and data engineer. All right. I'm going to run through this very quickly. Okay. Just because we don't have enough time anymore. Okay. So I'm sure you guys are looking to become data analysts, data scientists, and data engineers. So basically, I'm going to start with the role of the data engineer. Data engineer. Okay. And you'll see why I want to start with the role of the data engineer. So for you looking to become a data engineer, okay. Okay. It's very simple. The role of the data engineer is to build data infrastructure. Okay, data infrastructure. Okay, to build data infrastructure. What does that mean? So take, for example, you're working in a bank. You work in a bank. Let's say you're a data engineer in a bank. Okay, so the bank, okay, transactions are done via ATM. Okay, via what again? Via POS. Okay, and via web. Via the web transaction. So transactions, okay? So transactions are done via ATM, POS, and the web application, web, going online, okay? So now with the ATM, if you do a transaction on the ATM, you find out that that transaction is stored on the ATM database, okay? It's stored, just like your phone. If you take a picture today, where is it stored? It should be stored on that same phone. Do you understand? It's not going to be stored somewhere else entirely. Okay? If you take another picture with another person's phone, that picture will be stored on the person's phone. Just take it like that. Okay? So you transact in it on the ATM, all that transaction will be stored in a database, in an ATM database. The same thing with the POS, okay? All right. The POS will be stored also on the POS database. Okay. So web also will be stored on the web database. Okay. All right. Now, the data analyst and the data scientist, these are the guys that do analysis. Okay. These are the guys in charge of analytics and in charge of analytics essentially. All right. So let's say they have a task. They have a particular task. And the task is to know what platform, okay, the people, okay, use the most. What platform do people use the most? Okay, do people use more of ATM than POS than web? So what platform do people use the most? That's the key question. That's the key task. People want to find out. The organization wants to find out what platform do people use the most. That's the role of the data scientist and the data analyst. Okay. But now the data currently is stored in 3 separate locations. The data is stored in 3 different distinct locations. Separate. They're not talking to one another. ATM is not talking to POS. POS is not talking to web. Everybody's holding grudge. Okay. All the systems are holding grudge against themselves. Okay. Now, these guys need data. They need data. So they need data to make this decision. They need data. All right. So the data analyst and the data scientist need data to answer this question. Okay, they need data. So this data engineer now, like I said, is the one that builds the data infrastructure. Now, what does the data engineer do? We'll build what we call an ETL pipeline. Let me test you guys, let me test your knowledge a little bit. What's the meaning of ETL? And everybody tell me what ETL stands for. Try, just try, okay? Even if you're wrong, don't worry, you're fine. Okay? ETL. What does ETL stand for? Extract, transform, and load. Fantastic. I love that. So it stands for extract, transform, and load. Okay? E for extract, T for transform, and L for load. Extract, transform, and load. You see, these guys need data, correct? To answer this question. So what would the data engineer do? We'll build what we call ETL pipeline. ETL pipeline. ETL pipeline. So what does this pipeline do? So these guys, they need data. They need data. Okay? So the data engineer will build a pipeline that will bring the data from ATM into the central location. Okay, that's why they call it a pipeline, because it is taking data from one place to another place. Okay, so you see the data from the ATM will build a pipeline that would make data flow from the ATM database into what we call a data warehouse. A data warehouse. I'm just joking, anyways. A data warehouse, or anyway, sorry. So POS also, the data engineer will do what we call, will build a pipeline that will take the data from POS into the what? Into that data warehouse. So the data will flow also. And the last but not the least, okay, into the house. Okay, into the same data warehouse. Okay, into the data warehouse. Boom, 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 boom. So now, instead of having three separate locations, okay, you now have one holistic or comprehensive source of one, or one what we call one data source. Instead of having three data sources, you now have one unified data source. Okay, so the data warehouse that now takes all the information about the ATM, POS, and when all that information is stored in the data warehouse. So the data engineer is the one that builds this architecture, that builds this pipeline, that extracts data, okay, transforms the data, and loads the data into the data warehouse, extracts the data from the database, transforms it, and loads it into the data warehouse. Now, this is when the data analyst and the data scientist will now connect, okay, to this data warehouse and start to do their analysis. Okay, we now start to do their analysis. So they need data. Who makes this data available? The data engineer. So the data engineer basically moves the data from one source to another source and makes it available for the data analyst and the data scientist to do their job. So that's the role of the data engineer, briefly. Now, the role of the data analyst and the data scientist, very quickly, very, very distinctive. Okay? The data analyst and the data scientist, okay? All right, let me just put it this way. One, okay, they both do what we call descriptive, okay, descriptive analytics. So they both do the same thing, okay, descriptive analytics. What is descriptive analytics? What is descriptive analytics? Okay, so this basically is asking the question, what happened? Kilo Shelley, what happened? Okay, so if you build a dashboard today, your dashboard is telling the story on what happened. So basically telling the story around what happened in the past. So we made 50,000 in revenue. We made a loss of 40,000. We made a profit. We generated customers of 50,000 and so on and so forth. Basically telling the story on what happened. The next thing is diagnostics, okay? Okay, analytics, okay? So this one is telling you why did that thing happen? So you made a revenue of $50 million. Okay. Why? How did you make that money? What customers generated that money? All right. What time during the year did people buy the most? What time, what region in that state bought products the most? So now you're drilling into the data to understand why certain things are happening. Okay. Now the third thing, okay, all right. The third thing that the data scientists will do that the data analysts cannot do is what we call predictive analytics. Predictive analytics. Okay. All right. And this is going into the future. What will happen? What will happen? Okay. What will happen? So basically, it's going into the future to tell you a story on what will eventually happen. So the data analysts cannot do predictive analytics. The data analyst cannot predict what will happen. The data analyst will only tell you what happened and why it happened. Okay? All right. So sorry about that. I think my something just threw me off. Okay. Apologies for that. All right. So you have the data analyst, descriptive and diagnostic analytics, what happened and why did it happen? Data science would do the same thing, descriptive, diagnose, and also tell you what will eventually happen. So prediction. So it's at this point of prediction, okay? It's at this point of prediction, okay, that you start to do your statistical modeling, okay? You do your statistical, okay, modeling, you do your machine learning, etc., etc. Okay, so that's when you start to learn machine learning, statistical modeling, forecasting, and all that. As a data scientist, you're trying to find out what will happen in the business in the future. So basically, that's the role of the data analyst and the data scientist. Okay, the data analyst, what happened, why did it happen? That's all. Data scientists will tell you what happened, why it happened, and what will happen. So two different roles, two different entirety. So, anyways, that's basically it. Okay. All right. Now this is basically it. So data analyst, data scientist, and these are the things that you need to learn. So you see the data analyst, you need to learn problem solving. All right. You need to learn problem solving. All right. Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, data storytelling, ChatGPT, and Microsoft Fabric. So these are the technologies that you will learn in the training program. Okay, data science, you would also learn statistics, you will learn forecasting and predictive analytics using Excel. You will learn Tableau for data analytics, you will learn SQL, you will learn Python, you will learn exploratory data analysis, machine learning, computer vision, and you will also learn natural language processing. You will also learn version control using GitHub. You will also get to work with AI tools like ChatGPT and GitHub Copilot. And you'll also get to work with Microsoft Fabrics for analytics. Okay. Now for data engineering, you will start with the introduction to data engineering. You will also learn SQL, you will learn Python, you will learn Linux, all right, for batch commands. You will learn ETL pipelines, extracting data from database, from API sources. You'll also learn web scraping. Okay. You also get to work Apache Spark, Apache Airflow. You'll also work with AWS Cloud Engineering. You'll also work with version control using GitHub. And last but not the least, AI tools like ChatGPT and GitHub Copilot would also be taught. So you learn everything you need to know in order for you to get started. And you see these topics are very comprehensive. The curriculum are very, very comprehensive to getting you started. So for the data analyst, it's 4 months, 3 months of learning, and 1 month of free internship. You get 1 month free internship where you get to build more projects. Okay. You have classes on Saturdays only for the data analyst. Okay. So you have the morning session and you have the evening session tailored towards the UK and the guys in Canada. Okay, so the morning session is by 11 to 2 p.m. for the guys in Nigeria, UK, and evening class is by 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for the guys in Canada and US. All right. Now, the data scientist on the flip end, okay, 4 months of learning, 3 months of immersive learning, and also 1 month of free virtual internship, free internship. All right. The timeline for data engineering is 5 months. You have 3 months of learning and 2 months of internship. 2 months of internship. And you have the details about the live classes in there. You can just take a screenshot and you can always revisit it later. So you also have all the classes are based on Saturday classes. They're all Saturday classes. Saturday classes, live class, the same timing for the data scientists. So you have the morning session between 11 to 2 p.m. West African time for the guys in Nigeria, for the guys in West Africa, Africa, and literally the guys in Europe too. All right, in the morning, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So for the guys in the evening, is 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. West African time, which will translate to 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You guys in Canada and US, okay, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. For data engineering, it's a one time and it's going to be in the evening session. So that is evening session for the guys in Nigeria, but morning for the guys in Canada. So it's 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. West African time on Saturday, or 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So it's going to be the morning for the guys in Canada. If you're in Toronto, it's going to be 10 a.m. in the morning. So it's like it's still, very convenient for the guys in Canada. All right. So that's the role of the data engineer, data analyst, and data scientist. All right. So I'm going to breeze through the rest because we don't actually have any time anymore. Okay. All right, so we have financial analyst, and the HR analyst. Now, the financial analyst is a data analyst, okay, is a data analyst, but focused on finance, okay? Now, this is also a data analyst, okay, but this person is focused on HR, with a focus on HR, okay? So you'll find out that majority of the data analysts might not qualify as a financial analyst. So it's not all data analysts that can work. Not data analysts cannot work as a financial analyst, but the financial analyst can take on roles of a data analyst. I'll repeat it for you. A data analyst cannot work as a financial analyst, but the financial analyst can take on roles as a data analyst. Okay, and why would a financial analyst be able to take on roles of a data analyst? Is very simple. They are going to learn all the key skills of a data analyst. Okay, all right. So you have problem solving, Excel, Power BI, SQL. Those are the key functions of a data analyst. You will learn it as a financial analyst. The other part is now the key financial analytics aspects. So accounting, financial analysis, financial modeling, valuation, sensitivity, and scenario analysis are all based on financial analytics. So the data analyst would not be able to do financial analysis, financial modeling, and all that. Hence the reason why the financial analyst can work as a data analyst, because they would have learned the skills, all right, of a data analyst, but the data analyst cannot work as a financial analyst. So with same thing with HR. So the HR also can work as a data analyst because they will learn the key skills of a data analyst. Okay. But now what makes them unique is the other aspect, which is now HR focused. Okay. HR focused. So you can also work as an HR analyst, people analyst, talent analyst, so on and so on, compensation analyst, benefit analyst, and all that. So you see these opportunities are for HR professionals. You learn HR metrics and analysis, collaboration and report automation, building your case and creating action. And you also get to work with AI tools like ChatGPT for analytics. Okay, so the timeline are the same thing. They're both for 4 months. Okay, 4 months, 3 months of learning, and 1 month free virtual internship. 1 month free virtual internship. Saturday classes, same timing for all of them. Okay, you have the same time for the data analyst and the HR analyst and financial analyst. So pretty much the same timing for all that. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Okay. So we've talked about financial analyst and data and HR analyst. Okay. So now let's take a look at Scrum Master Okay, so the Scrum Master basically is a is a change manager. Okay, I'll say that. So basically, rather than delivering your products in full, okay, all right, rather than delivering your products in full, the Scrum Master will look at how these can be broken down into, more efficient formats. Okay, so take for example, today you want to build a website. Okay, you want to build a website. So rather than working on everything at the same time, okay, the Scrum Master will find out how to break down this project, which is the website development, into more actionable steps. Okay, so rather than working on the full website, and it can start with, let's say, the landing page. Start with the landing page. Okay, all right. So the landing page, what features on the landing page will be on the landing page? The features on the landing page would probably get people to register. Okay, okay, get people to, we'll list out all the features that should be on the landing page. And then we'll make it more efficient to ensuring that every feature, okay, is done under the shortest the shortest period of time. Okay, the shortest period of time. So rather than waiting, maybe the entire website, if you're building it in full, normally will probably take you 1 year to build. Okay, now, the Scrum Master, incorporating the Scrum Master will get you to build this website in a lesser period of time. Okay, in a lesser period of time, let's say 6 months. Okay, all right, in a more efficient, shorter, a more demystified period. So that's the role of the Scrum Master. Okay, so what would you be learning for the Scrum Master role? Okay, and this is why organizations are looking to hire these people, because organizations are doing one project or the other, building one tool or the other, deploying a new product or the other. So they need it faster, more efficient. And that's where the Scrum Master comes into play. So you get to learn about Scrum, introduction to Scrum, the Scrum team, artifact and ceremonies, the Scrum artifact, the Scrum event, Nexus Scale Scrum, and so on and so forth. Okay. And that's basically what you need to learn, okay, in order for you to become a Scrum Master. Now, this is slightly, the timeline is slightly different. So this is within 2 months, okay? So you have 1 month of learning and 1 month. So this is actually one of the fastest way you can break into the tech space, either in UK, Canada, or in the US, all right? So the Scrum Master is a very, very interesting role. Cybersecurity, which is the last one we're going to be talking about today, basically builds security systems across the organization. So if you have an organization today, I usually take for example, the likes of Patricia, okay? So Patricia, the cryptocurrency platform, you find out that it was hacked, and that period it was hacked, the business lost a lot of money. A lot of money were diverted out of the bank, out of the platform, and so on. And that led to almost crashing the business itself. Okay. So that's the effect of cybersecurity. Okay. So businesses are looking to secure themselves on the internet. Everything you do today is on the internet. If the internet goes off, you find out that you cannot do anything. So every business transaction, everything, ever since I've even traveled out, I can count how many times I've walked into the bank. Okay, so everything is done on the app, it's done on the application, it's done on the web. Okay, now the key thing is, how do you secure your users on the web? Okay, how do you secure it? And that's where cybersecurity comes into play. Okay, so as a cybersecurity analyst, you would literally just be building the security infrastructure for the business. So now that you get to work with introduction to cybersecurity, you will learn computing and networking. You will learn information security principles. You will learn offensive and defensive cybersecurity. You will learn cryptography, cyber threats and attack vectors. You will learn network security, endpoint security, web and application security. You would also learn cloud security, because majority of the businesses now are moving to the cloud, okay, or are in the cloud already. You would need to learn how to build infrastructure, security infrastructures for the business in the cloud. All right, you will learn that also. Incident report and forensics. You would also get to work with cybersecurity policies and compliance. Okay, the training program is for 4 months, 3 months of learning, and 1 month also of free virtual internship. All right. So now, like I talked about, all the courses come with virtual internship. You get access to internship, and you're good to go. All right. So now the key thing is, why should you train with analytics quickly? All right. And it's based off these four principles that we have very quickly. One, phenomenal achievements in the last the years of operation. So, like I mentioned, we've trained and we've also helped over 2,000 people transition into the tech space. Evidence, we have evidence. Okay. Number two, industry standard facilitators and curriculum. So the people that are going to be training you have a minimum of 6 to 10 years experience in the field. All right. So you are in the right hands, you are in the right place, you're the right people, and you've gone through the trade curriculum. You find out that the curriculums are up to date, looking at the current situation. Look at business analysis, for example. You are learning data analytics in business analysis, which is one of the key features most recruiters are looking for. All right. So you see, our curriculum is in tune, is in tune to the current system, to the current industry, what will get you that job. All right. Next one is blended training to accommodate everyone. Okay. So we have the live classes and we have the self-paced classes. So you have the live classes where you come to work on projects, and you have the self-paced classes where you can work on your own, build your own personal projects, okay, and upskill yourself in the same duration of time. Okay. The last but not the least is tailored session to help you land your first job. So now this tailored sessions basically cover, will help you review your CV, will review your CV, will help you work on your LinkedIn profile, will optimize your LinkedIn profile. We would also work on Upwork optimization to help you. Upwork is a platform for freelancers. Okay, would help you, put you out there to get more opportunities working freelance. Also, we'll do navigating the job market. Where can you apply for jobs? So we did a brief overview of that today's session. Okay, where to apply for remote jobs, how to apply, what type of roles can you apply to. As a financial analyst, what roles can you apply to? Is it just financial analytics? Is it just financial analyst roles? You can do more than that. You can apply for financial planning roles, commercial analyst roles, investment banking roles, corporate financial analyst roles. So many roles you can apply to. Well, if you don't know, you can apply for it. So business analyst, what roles can you apply to as a business analyst? You can apply for business analyst, you can apply for process improvement, you can apply for change management analyst, you can apply for business systems analyst. There are so many roles you can apply for. Okay, but if you don't know you can apply for these roles, you'll be missing out big time. If you're only going online to search for business analyst, you're likely going to be not taking advantage of that. So it teach you how to navigate the job market. Also, job and interview preparation. So if you have a good CV, you have a good LinkedIn profile, you know how to navigate the job market, and you apply for jobs, you will likely get interviews. And that's where we come in to teach you how to interview. Tell me about yourself. You need to answer that question with so much conviction. All right. Tell me about the time you worked on this project. You need to be able to share an experience. That's where we come to teach you how to do that. Okay. Last but not the least is recommendation and reference letter. So once you get a job and you need referencing, you don't need to go to your past employer to look for. You can actually get recommendation from us. So that's why you see customer service, you're working as a customer service, you're working in care, you're working in any other field that is not tech related at the moment. Don't worry. So once you go through the training program, you can claim work experience. You can tell employers that you're working with analytics as a cybersecurity analyst, as a data analyst, as a business analyst, as a data scientist, and you can use that to land in your first role. Okay, so we'll write you the recommendation and all the letters that you need to get started. We also have weekly mentorship sessions and on-the-job support to get you started. Okay. So we're bringing people from the field to get you started. Okay. We're bringing mentors, we're bringing people that are experienced come and talk to you on how they got started. You can ask them for referencing. There are so many opportunities that we bring in for the mentorship session. The last but not the least is we guarantee you interviews 1 month after completing your training program. We guarantee you interviews, okay, 1 month after you complete your training program. Now, how do we do this? We have the Body Mentorship Hub. Like I mentioned, we have over 2,000 people that have gotten jobs, that have gone through analytics and have gotten jobs. Okay, over 2,000. So these guys are coming back also an OG. So more or less like I said, body system. So somebody that have gone through analytics, that have gotten job, they're coming back to see how they can hold more people and guide them into getting their own job. Okay, so we have the enhanced internship experience. We also talked about that already. last but not the least is we have secured some partnership with recruitment firms in the UK, US, and in Canada. And we're still even working on some. Some are still currently in the pipeline, and we should be finalizing this week, this month, in order for us to partner. Basically, what we're trying to do is to build our own job pipeline. So when the recruiters get opportunities in these 8 roles, they reach out to us. We recommend our participants to them. And then we also prepare you for the interview, okay? And then you can actually get that job. So basically, that's the job pipeline that we are doing at the moment. And we've actually helped some people get jobs this year, and I'll share the experience with you in a few seconds. All right. It always seems impossible until it is done. It always seems impossible until somebody goes out there to do it first. Now, we have people looking to get remote jobs. Muideen is a perfect example. Muideen is based in Nigeria, all right, and works with BBX, okay, BBX in the UK, all right. So Muideen got a job working remotely with BBX in the UK just 2 months after completing the data analytics program. All right, that is Muideen. You see, listen to Muideen. The link is provided here. It will take you to a YouTube page where you can easily listen to Muideen. All right, all right. I won't play the video, but this is literally Muideen here. All right, you see, it's just a 51 seconds video. All right, you can always click it to listen to Muideen. Like I said, we have evidence of people getting these jobs. Okay, these are say Nigerians, these are Africans in different parts of the world, and I'll share some of them with you also. All right. So this is Abigail Gaga, okay, also based in Canada, used to work in the care space, got a job last year as a business analyst working with the government of Alberta, okay, and a very interesting story, very, very impactful. All right, she currently works as a business analyst, earning significantly higher than she used to earn before. Okay, so we also have Amy Akpabio, okay, had experience in the tech space, but went through to analytics, all right, and now works as the CEO of a tech company. Okay, so it's not just young professionals, it's not just people that are looking to get started. We're also helping people land more senior roles in their career. Okay, so Ini actually got to, got the job as the CEO of the Growth Stack, an ERP and software development company based in Nigeria. Okay, and these are the kind of opportunity you can get on. So you see, he wrote a very, very wonderful piece too, okay, about his experience going through analytics. Tika also got a job as a financial analyst in the UK, okay, after completing the financial analytics training program. Idris got a job as a data engineer working with Jaguar Land Rover. He has since then moved to a new role working as an analytics engineer with QuantSpark, also in the UK. These are opportunities. These are guys that have gone through the training program and they've gone on to get jobs in the field itself. Victor currently works as a people operations analyst with one of the big tech firms, you know, also some more recent people that have gotten jobs. So you see there Adeza is the founder of the analytics, like I mentioned earlier. I'm excited to share with you, I received for the 4,000 data analyst role. This is someone in the UK getting a job. All right, this is another person. All right, you see, I'm super excited to inform you and the entire team that I successfully landed a sustainability data analyst role, also based in the UK. All right. Also, this was based in Germany. Okay. Hi, Femena. I trust you're doing great. I come with you with delightful news. I interviewed with 3 companies. I was made an offer by all 3: PwC, Asset Risk Consultant, and Bank Julius Baer. Eventually, the lady went with Bank Julius Baer. Okay. And currently, she's working at the moment, doing the things she needs to do. And you see, all right, she's working as a data and business analyst. So you see, these roles exist now. So it's not just a regular data analyst, business analyst. So now roles are not getting infused together. So if you want to get opportunities like this, you need to take advantage of the training program. So we have a ton of success stories, guys. Tons and tons of success stories. So you can see the analytics helped me get a fixed term contract in the UK. All right. So I spoke to my manager about the visa, and basically we're able to assist the person get that particular job. Okay, in the UK. And we have tons of testimonials, tons of testimonials. Trust me, I'll show you more upon completing the training program. So we have a new cohort started on the 4th of May, 2024, which is going to just about a month a month ago. Okay, a month to go, just roughly almost a month. Okay, over a month, I would say. So we have a training program starting on the 4th of May, 2024. Okay, if you're looking to get it started, this is an early bird discount. Early bird discount for the people looking to get it started. Early bird discount. Okay, early bird discount. So the full amount of the training program is $750. Okay, but we're running a 33% discount for the people that are early birds, only the early birds. So if you're looking to get started in any of these career paths, okay, and you want us to be um, your your desired training program platform, okay, we're running a 33% discount at the moment. So rather than you paying $750, okay, you could actually pay $600. If it's in pounds, okay, £625, you could pay £500. For the guys in Europe, okay, you can pay instead of pay 730, you can pay 475. Okay, for the guys in Canada, rather than paying 1,025 Canadian dollars, you could actually pay $750 Canadian dollars. Last but not least, the guys in Nigeria, instead of paying 900,000 naira, you could actually pay 600,000 naira. Okay, so this is a 33% discount on the actual amount. And guess what? Like I said, it's an early bird discount for the first 20 people to register. Early bird discount for the first 20 people to register. So if you're looking to get into data analytics, business analysis, HR analytics, financial analytics, data science, data engineering, and cybersecurity, these are the discount prices that you could pay based on your region. These are the discount prices. So 33% off the actual amount. For the Scrum Master role, okay, it's slightly cheaper. Okay, so it's £450. Instead of $450, you can pay $350. Instead of $375, you can pay $295. In guys in Europe, instead of paying $440, you can pay $285. If you're paying for the guys in Canada, $675, you can actually pay $450. For the guys in Nigeria, rather than paying $540, you can actually pay 360,000 now. In order for you to qualify, you can secure your deposit, you can secure your space now. You can actually secure your space now. Okay. So all you need to do to qualify, all you need to do is just to secure your space. Okay. But you need to complete the payment before the training program starts. That's the target. All right. So you can secure your position now and wait till the end of the month to complete the payment. Okay. So, but the key thing that you would have gotten a discount of 33%. Right? This is an early bird discount. This is not the discount that is going to run throughout the month. Okay, this is only for the first 20 people to register for the for the May cohort. Okay, starting on the 4th of May. So let's take a look at the registration for the guys that are looking to getting started. I will take questions in the next 2 minutes. Okay, all right. So we have the course started on the 4th of May, okay, and we can jump straight into it. So all you need to do to register, click on the main stack link, click on the main stack, this mainstack.me, okay, mainstack.me/enroll analytics. Click on that link. It's going to open this page for you, and you will see the IWD discount that we did for this month has been is officially closed. Okay, so we don't have any no more what do you call it, IWD discounts. So the discount currently for the next month is the early bird discount that we have that is 33% off. So you see the prices that are in there. Okay. So for the guys that want to pay directly into the bank account, so if you're looking for the pound account, this is the pound account. You can pay directly into the pound account. If you're paying USD, you can pay directly into the USD account, even in US, or if you have USD that you want to pay in USD, fine. For the guys in Canada, you could also pay directly to the Canada account. And for the guys in Europe, this is the Europe details, account details. So if you want to do a direct transfer to the bank account, please, these are the information. Okay. But once you transfer, okay, please upload your receipts. Please upload your receipt. It's still the same document. You will see upload your receipt here. Okay, you'll see upload your receipt here. Please click here to upload your receipts. Okay, So once you have the money and you want to secure your position, please secure your position as soon as possible. The 33% discount is only for the first 20 people to register. Okay. Now, initial or full payment, if you want to pay using your card, okay, you can just come to any of the courses that you have here. So if you're interested in, take for example, data engineering, okay, click on data engineering. It's going to open in a new tab, okay. It's going to just click, if you want to pay with your card, all you need to do is come here where you have initial and full payment. You'll see the list of courses that we have in there. Click on any of the course. All right, it's going to open a Mint-Stack. Okay, it's a Mint-Stack account. So you see, currently the discount is $750 has been applied to the price. So rather than paying, so you see my price is in Canadian dollars. That's because of my region. So it's going to give you a price based on your region. Okay, so I'm seeing $750, and that's because it is the early bird discount. All right. So now if I don't have 750, I don't have $750 to secure my position, to secure that discount. All right. I can actually pay 400. I can pay as low as 400 Canadian dollars to secure. Then the remaining 350 can be paid at the end of the month. You are still going to pay that 33% discount. The key thing is to secure your discount. Secure your discount. Okay. So you can pay $400 now to secure a discount, click on reserve receipt, and you can go ahead. The same thing you can do with the bank statement or transferring. Okay, you can transfer, okay, $400, depending on the price that you are going to be transferring first. You can transfer to secure your position. You shouldn't transfer anything less than 60% of the amount, okay? And you can complete the remaining 40% at the end of the month or at your convenience, essentially. All right. So you can secure. The key thing is to secure your discount. To secure your discount. But whenever you've made payment, guys, please upload your receipt. Please upload your receipts in here. So just click on upload your receipt, and it's going to take you to a Google form where you would put in your information. So we can contact you immediately, send you all the information that you need, and you can start to prepare for the new class. Okay. So if you make payments, please upload your receipt. Either you pay directly into the bank account, take the receipt that was provided by the bank and upload it, okay? Or you sent money you paid via Mint-Stack, via the link that you have here. Either you're paying for data engineering, data analysis, business analysis. Ensure once you complete your payment, they will send you a link, they will send you a receipt. Please use the receipt in filling the form. All right, upload your receipt here. So anytime you make payment, please upload your receipt. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take questions now. If you have any questions, please raise up your hand, and I'll use the remaining part of the training program to, to take questions. Okay. Any question, guys? If you have any question, please raise up your hand, or you could drop them in the chat, and I will take your questions. So for the guys in Nigeria, all you need to do is the amount is there, okay? So once you click on the Mint-Stack link, it's going to show you the account details, okay? It's going to show you in Naira, so you'll be able to pay in Naira, okay? So once you click on the link, it's going to show you in Naira. You can actually pay in Naira. But if you need the account, if you need the bank details, okay, if you need the bank details for a Naira card, you might need to send an email to us, okay? You might need to send an email to Nene at Tenalytics.io. So if you need Naira information, you might want to send Nene at Nene at Tenalytics.io. Okay, Nene at Tenalytics.io for the Naira account details. Okay, so if you need okay, for Naira account details, please just send an email to Nene at Nene at Tenalytics.io. Okay, so let's take it up from there. Okay. So for the guys looking for Naira account details, please just send an email to nene at tenalytics.io, and the person will furnish you with the account details for you to send it to. All right. Usually just for the guys outside the country, you'll pay via any of these platforms, and you can select you can select it there from there. Okay. All right. So if you have any question, please do well to raise up your hand and I'll take your questions. I see Alex Wilson with a question. Okay. And I'll take his question first, then I'll take it from there. Alex, yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, hello, hi. This is Alex from New York City.
Let's go.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Me and my brother, we've been listening to you guys for a while now. We're looking at, enrolling into the program, but I'm not too clear, just more like asking more question about the time. So in a week, we only have 4 hours school or 6 hours, just to confirm.
Oh, yeah. So depending on the course, what course are you interested in?
I'm looking at the data engineer and
Data engineering.
is looking at the cybersecurity one, but we're still, just looking around. And the 33% is also very important to us too.
100%. All right. So I'm just going to show you. Can you see my screen at the moment?
Yes, I can. Yes.
All right. So I'm going to show you the classroom so you understand. So when during the training program, during the session today, I talked about blended
Yeah.
training for the way we learn.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you having live classes doesn't
Mhm.
mean that you don't have additional level of assistance or training. So this is the way the training program is structured. Let me just show you. All right. So we use the Google Classroom. These are the people that started today, yesterday, Saturday. So which is May for the guys, the May cohort. So you see it here, 2404. So that's guys that started just this Saturday. All right. So you see week one, they literally just started week one. Okay. So once you make payments, you get the welcome kit, you get all the information, how to download. And that's why you need to start early so you can download. If you have any issues with downloading, installing, we'll
Mhm.
walk you through all that process. Okay.
Mhm.
You have the onboarding session. Then the first live class is what you have here. You see it's introduction to data engineering.
Beautiful.
So that's a live class, okay? So the live
Nice.
class is recorded also, okay? So you get access to the recording of the session. So it's not like you finish the live class and that's the end. So if you want to go this over and over again, you get access to it. So you can watch the recording at any point in time. Now, the other thing also you get is what we call the Watch Me Do It videos. All right. So we know that in 3 hours, okay, a very interactive session, you will likely not be able to cover so much. Okay,
Yes.
that's even why during this call, you'll find out that I didn't take out questions during the call because I won't be able to take all the things I wanted to talk about. Okay, so we have those Watch Me Do It videos that will provide you with more details that you can
Ah,
work at your own pace.
this is
Okay,
amazing.
what is data? What is big data? 5 V's of big data. What is data engineering? OLTP versus OLAP. SQL versus NoSQL, acid and base, data ingestion, data pipeline, basically talking you through all the key introductions you need to know about data engineering. And you'll be learning at your own pace. It's not at the pace of the facilitator. If you want to rewind, you want to fast forward, you can do that. Now, that's the theoretical part. Now you still have you're starting with the Python. You need to learn Python as a data engineer. Okay. So Python is one of the key skills you need to learn. Python and SQL, SQL. All right. So you see, this is another self-paced material. If I take you through one of the videos, for example, integer versus float. Okay. How do you use integer versus how do you use float in Python? So you see, this is a 17 minutes video. So they are bite sized. They are not 2 hours, 5 hours that makes you feel like you have learned for too long. Okay. All right. So you are learning, we call it watch me do it. So meaning that the way I am working, you are also working. So you're coding alongside with me. And
Yes.
if at any point in time you have issues, you could actually drop comments. Okay. So you have places where you can drop comments on the videos. So you can add a class comment to find out, oh, this particular thing is not working. You also have the WhatsApp group. You also have, you have email addresses that you can send mails to. So you have a lot of support. So if you find out the people in class, you find
Mhm.
out that, you have a lot of teachers in there, okay, that are going to be helping you in that particular class. So those are the things that you need to understand. All right. So in terms of support, and this is just the guys that started yesterday. Okay. All right. So if I go to a previous class, take for example the guys in March, let's say the guys in February. Let's just take a look at February. Okay. All right. You see, it's more extensive. So you
Yeah.
add job application tracker. So we are also tracking we ask you to track your job application to see what roles you're applying to. all right, why you are getting rejection, so we can decode how to strategize your job application strategy to get more interviews and then land a job. So we track your application. So you see it here, track your job application here. So what we do is to go back end to analyze this data and help you with your job application process. So you're never alone. All right. We do CV and link optimization. This is the session. You get the templates, you get the session recording of
Wow.
everything that you have. You have mentorship sessions. So you see, the guys in February have had multiple mentorship sessions. How many
Wow.
jobs should you apply for? Okay, questions and answer with a recruitment specialist. So we brought in a recruitment specialist in the UK, in the US, all right, to come and speak to the participants. Recruiters, what recruiters are looking for, another recruiter session. We brought in a recruiter from Nigeria, from South Africa, covering West Africa and all that, to come and speak. Applying for jobs as a data engineer, another session. Targeted strategies for job search. Seek a star approach. How do you answer questions during the interview? Body mentorship hub. The guys that have gotten job as data engineers from Tenalytics, they are coming in to tell you how they're able to achieve it. So you can also reach out to them. You can know all that interview simulation, and we have all that. So we have textbooks that we provide for you to also enhance your learning capacity. We have drop-in sessions. We have all this. So in terms of your learning journey, all right, this is the best platform for you to be on, to be honest with you. Not because I'm Tenalytics, but I've also trained with other people. And the reason why we decided with this particular approach is so that people would learn at their own pace, build as much projects as possible, all right, and get them faster into the industry. So you see here, you're working on PySpark, watch me do it videos. You have the videos that will walk you through how to use PySpark, how to deploy, how to analyze, how to move data, so on and so forth, and so on. And that's exactly where. So currently they're on week 8. Okay, you see each other, week 8. That's what they did yesterday, March. All right. And they're able to do all that and get started. So basically, that's it. And that's the same thing with all the codes. So if you're going for cybersecurity, it's the same process. Okay, you have all the same thing that will be embedded in it. So you see, start from the onboarding materials to the requirement materials, foundation to computer and networking. You find out the link, this is the recorded session. You have the class materials. Let's take a look at the class materials. Okay, just a few seconds. All right. So introduction to cybersecurity. This is a facilitator, vast experience. Currently leads cybersecurity with one of the major banks in West Africa. Okay. So you see, modules is going to cover in this particular session. Basically covered everything. So basically that's the situation, and that's the same thing with every course that you find yourself. Data science, the same thing. All right. So you start from the onboarding session, from onboarding to your first class, to the watch me do it videos, and so on and so forth. All right. So I don't know if you have any other question.
Man, just thank you so much. We're feeling very excited. We I can't scream when I'm excited. I shout a lot. But thank you so much. I was in the school in the US here, and this is just like 120 of the price. And being this robust, teaching this way, I was paying like 15, 16,000. I have to pull out. When I saw you guys, I had to pull out. Give me my money back. This is amazing. Thank you.
No problem at
Give
all.
me my money back. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Man.
so the key thing for us is not a lot of people will look at it and be like, oh, it's actually way more. It's not the key thing for us is to get more Africans into the tech space. All right. So we have a lot of Africans that are not in the role that they should be in, and that's literally our core. That's the core thing for us. So everything that we're doing is at the, that same foundation of getting more people into the tech space. So that's why we have everything detailed, everything structured, everything in a way that makes it a beginner. You've never done this before. Okay, I'll share some profiles with you. When we get to testimonials, we have a couple of testimonials of people that have gotten these jobs and they did not have any background in this space before. Like I said, Abigail was a care worker. She worked as a care worker in Canada, currently works as a business analyst. All right. I'm looking at people that don't, Tony did not have any job in UK. All right. Came through to analytics, currently got a job, full sponsorship. that's visa sponsorship to work and live in the UK as a benefit analyst. Same to Ulubemi, Canada. This guy, Benga, based in Poland, could not get a job, went through the training program, got a job as a business data analyst. Tosin also got a job as a fraud analyst. Okay, things that people would not look at as a job, as an ideal job because they feel like they don't have the skills. Will teach you, and you'll be able to get these jobs. Okay, and that's essentially, you see, we have a ton. In fact, if you could go to our YouTube channel, okay, that's where you would get literally all the videos, all the testimonials that we have are currently on our YouTube channel. So if you just go to, just search for Tenalytics, okay? So it's just Tenalytics, okay? You go to playlist, all right, and you will see testimonials, okay? Where is it? Testimonials. Here it is. All right. So you will find all the testimonials out there. Okay. All the testimonials. You see a bunch of testimonials of people getting jobs, people securing positions, and so on. So it's not today. We didn't start today. We have a ton of them. Some of them are still not up. Some of them are written on the website. You'll check our website. You'll see the written testimonials. Some people don't want people to know that they've gotten jobs, so they don't want to do video testimonials. Do you understand? So that's the situation. Yeah.
We'll be there soon. I think me, my brother, Bella in Nigeria, and one of my friend who is currently in NOS. I don't know why he wanted to do the training with you guys, but he said he wants to. So I think he'll be doing the data engineering. But I'm looking at them May. There's so much. I just came back from Nigeria last month with my brother. So it's still trying to settle some things for my brother first before he could take this.
That's fine.
So thank you so much. Let me not take all your time. Let me day here.
No
So
problem. It's all right. I enjoyed the conversation. I was happy to put you through all that. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
So take advantage of the discount. If you can
Yes.
pay now and you want to even start June, okay, you can actually postpone to June. But if you can secure your discounts now, that would be better. So you can pay now and start in June, or you can start in May. It's your choice at the end of the day. But the key thing is to take out this early bird discount to get started. All right.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right,
Thank
awesome. Thanks a lot, Alex. Really good speaking with you. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, bye. All right, let me take the next person. So I have Chiere next. Okay, so Chiere, I'm going to ask you to unmute so I can take your question real quick. So guys, we'll still be having a clarity session this week, okay? A clarity session, one-on-one session, essentially, where you can ask more questions. So, this session is usually very time bound. So 3 hours maximum. We'll try to keep it within that time limit, okay? So if you still have more pressing one-on-one questions, I'm a customer service employee. I'm currently working in customer service. What career path should I go into? We would answer those questions one-on-one. All right, tailored questions, okay? So Chinyere, go ahead, please. Chinyere, I can't hear you well, sorry.
That got jobs, all of them were in diaspora. I didn't see any person in Nigeria that lives here and got a job here. They were all UK, Canada, whatnot. I don't know. No Nigerian whatsoever that lives in Nigeria got a job. So, I mean, that's of concern to me because I live in Nigeria. I don't want to take the course and I can't get any job.
All right, so I'll share. See, over time, yeah, we've done a lot of adjustment to the slides. So we have a part. Let me see if I can still get you. We have a ton of them. So yes, Abdurrashid, okay, he currently works in the US, all right, as a people operations officer, okay, with Ugo, okay, with Ugo in Chicago, and he works in Nigeria. Abdurrashid works with Child 420 as a data scientist, okay, and he works for Nigeria. Also shared, so we have limitation of the number of people we can put on the slides. Okay, we also have BBX, that's what's the Muhyiddin, currently works with BBX in the UK, all right, as a business and analytics manager, okay, and literally finished his program just about 2 months ago and was able to get a job, okay, working for a UK-based company, all right? So, and that's the reason why I also took out time during the session to talk about how to apply for remote jobs in the UK, in the US, usually in the US, okay? The opportunity for remote working is a lot more and a lot more less stringent in the US. So if you're looking to get a job as a remote worker, I would say you should look at the US. There are other opportunities across the world. When you got a job in the UK, it's slightly more difficult to get a job in the UK because of legal restrictions. But the US, it's a lot easier for you to get a job. I would say easier, you still need to put in the work, okay? And we'll walk you through. And that's the reason why we have the navigating the job market sessions, where we'll teach you on how to navigate the job market. Okay, where to apply for jobs, where to, and that's why I even took our time during the session also to talk about, where to get remote jobs. And I showed you built-in, right? Built-in is just one of the places you can actually get. And I like to show people because I'm not holding any information. Okay. And this is just some of the sites. Let me show you something on our Google Classroom, what you get access to, things that you get access to. Just give me a second. Okay. All right. So if I scroll up to the top, okay. So these are the guys in what cohorts? What cohorts is this? So I'm looking for job applications. You see places you can apply for jobs. Okay. Give me a second. Mentorship, predictive LinkedIn, dropping, blah blah blah. CV review. Okay. Remote jobs. Sorry, I'm not looking at it very well. Okay, anyways, I'll still show you. All right, let me just finish this particular aspect. So built-in is one place you can actually get startup jobs. Okay, majority of the startup, a lot of startups come here to look for remote workers. So built-in is one very good place to get it. So Chinyere, if I should ask you, what career path are you looking at? So I can just tailor it to you so you can see for yourself. Okay?
Data engineering.
Data engineering. Data engineer, I'll just use data engineer. Location, I'm not going to specify location, and I'm just going to look for data engineer. All right. So this, you see, this is remote, hybrid, and in office. So I'm going to take out in office and hybrid because it's just fully remote. I'm looking out for. All right. So this is fully remote data engineering roles currently, they are built in. There are other platforms I'm going to show you also. All right. Data engineer. Okay. Principal data engineer, CD data engineer, data engineer 2, reporting data engineer. These are all remote jobs. So you see, this was 13 hours ago, 7 days ago, 4 days ago, 4 days ago. And these are recent, yesterday, 4 days ago, 13 hours ago, and so on and so forth. So you see, the salary opportunities are there. Remote. This is fully remote roles where in the United States, solely in the United States. You also have platforms like FlexJob. Okay, these are the ones that I can easily tell you. The other paid platform that we use, okay, FlexJobs, that I won't tell you on the call because if I tell you that, there's no need for you to come through the training program. All right, but we'll show you that when you come through, that you have to pay. We subscribe to it in order for us to provide you with those opportunity. So you see this flex jobs another place. What do you say? Find your new remote jobs at companies that get it. Okay, so you need to sign up for this one. Okay, let me just see. I don't want to sign up. Let me just find remote. They won't give me much opportunities because I'm not signed up. But let me just search for data engineer. Okay. All right. Now with flex job will give you across different regions. Okay, across different regions in the world. Okay, so you see this one now. Work from anywhere, not work from the US. They literally is telling this person is telling you work from anywhere. Okay, and those are the things that you need to take a look at. Okay, so data engineering, you can see this one is 100% remote work, full time. This is US. This is UK. All right, this is currently UK's flag. This is San Diego, California. This is Chicago. This is US. This is United Kingdom. So, like I mentioned earlier, some of them will want you to be in the US. Okay, so take for example, this particular one needs you to be in the US. So US national, not hiring in all this region. So even though you're a remote worker, they're telling you that you must be in a certain place in order for you to work remotely. So it might be some of the legality in the organization. So, by the way, that's why you have not just one place. That's why you don't have one place. You have multiple places. There is also well found. So I'm just giving you all this, okay? Just to give you that confidence that you simply, as long as you can learn, you can go through the curriculum, learn, do all the things that we want you to do, you can get a job remotely. All right. And that's why I'm showing you this popular sites. If you've never heard of this before, okay, I will show you. Okay. So this one again, this is well found. Over what 130,000 remote and local startup jobs. Okay. So this is just off the top of my head, me going through different sites. So if you're looking at data engineering, you're looking at data and analytics. So you can see Upstart, principal data engineer, data center operator, data engineer. This is what Viva System, 75 to $130,000. Remote. This is not you going into the office. This is fully remote opportunities. So these are the things that you need to take into consideration. Okay. All right. And we have a lot of people that were in Nigeria, okay, learned the skills, got a job with a company based in Nigeria. We have people that have moved from 150,000 naira job to a million, okay, ₦1 million per month with the roles in the same Nigeria. 600, 700, 800 to the million naira role in the same Nigeria. Not one, not two, various of them in Nigeria at the moment. If you want to speak to them, I can bring them on a call and you can speak to them and you can listen to them also. All right. So Chinyere, are we all good? Are we on the same page? Okay. Chinyere, are we good? Okay, Chinyere has muted herself. I think I'll take another question.
We are good though.
All right. So secure your discount now, okay? While the discount is running, okay?
Me, I don't have 600K.
Okay, that's fine then. No problem. Okay, you can secure your position now with a discount. With a discount, even though it's 600,000, you can actually pay, what you have at the moment to secure the discount and complete before the end of the month. Okay, so currently for the
Me, I
guys in
have
Nigeria,
400. Let me pay 400.
it's not that kind of haggling here. Okay. I wish you could argue like we could argue in that kind of manner, but it's not. This is the price is usually 900,000. Okay, and we're doing a 33% discount. Okay, at this point in time. Okay, so it's really even below market value at this point. Okay, so the value you get now, you shouldn't tell this story. Okay, and let me really use somebody in Nigeria because you're in Nigeria. The training program was at that time the person did the training program was just roughly about 400,000, 450,000 naira. Okay. The guy did the training program, it was earning 150,000. All right. Now I spoke to this guy 2 weeks ago, just about 2 weeks ago, and he currently works with one of the top insurance companies in Nigeria, currently working in Nigeria. All right. And he was telling me that he got a promotion. Okay, he got a promotion. It was on 600. Currently, the guy is on 850,000 naira. Now, if this person, that's per month, okay, per month for someone in Nigeria, all right, the guy has grown exponentially. The first job he got was 600,000. The next one, promotion just another a year or thereabouts, was able to move from 600 to about over 800,000 naira. Now, if the person did not invest in himself, if the person said that 450 at that point in time was too much for them, they wouldn't have gone to be achieving what they're achieving at this point in time. All right. Is currently interviewing. That's the reason why we called. That's why we had that call. Is interviewing with one of the top banks in Nigeria. Guess how much his starting salary is? Is looking at over 14 million per annum. That's over ₦1 million per month. Okay, working with this bank. And that's the negotiation they are working. So it's calling to confirm how it can get better, how to seek advice, what should he do, and all that, career projection and all that. So the new role is we're going into is more data engineering related, in which he did data science. He currently works as a data scientist and he's looking at how, data engineering, data science, what should he do? Is it good for him to go into that? And that's why we had that conversation. So now for somebody that just over a year ago was earning 150,000 naira, now earns or potentially wants to earn over a million, 1.2 million. So these are the kind of opportunity you get. So if you invest in yourself, you'll likely see the reward of this. If you'll see the reward of this in yourself. And that's what I do personally. So I've explained myself. You can go on my LinkedIn, you can check me out on LinkedIn, you can see my profile. Majority of the companies I worked with are not even on LinkedIn. Okay? They don't. Anyway, these are the opportunities I would bring to you. I'm not going to sell too much, okay? So you know exactly what I'm talking about. So thanks a lot for that, Chinyere. I'm going to take Chidima, and I'll probably take another 3 set of questions, and we can call it a day. So please, guys, secure your discount now. Okay. Okay. Chidima, yes, go ahead, please. The Chidima is not okay. Chidima, go ahead, Vivian.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Chidima.
Evening.
How good today?
I would say I'm very, very grateful for will I say the class. Yeah. I would say that you're a very good teacher. Like your
Very
humility
much.
is taught me.
Wow.
Like you taught us very well today. This is my
Awesome.
first time of joining, and I would say I enjoyed every part of it. Now, my question is, the thing is, I'm not the one paying for this class. It's my sister that is paying, but she wants to be very, very sure that what she's paying is maybe at the end of the day, I'll get something out of it. And I came from a family that once they invest on something, they want to see the benefit, the profit at the end of it. So I want to be very, very sure that after this program, I will lay hand on something tangible from these 10 athletes. I want to lay hand on something from this your platform. And again, can you be a mentor to someone? Can you mentor someone like if I'm finding something difficult, I can just put a call to you, like, see, how do I go about it? Then you follow me up from there. That's just the basic thing I want to learn.
All right. Okay, fantastic. Thanks a lot, Chidima, for that. Very, very. You're where? Sorry?
I read banking and finance, so I just don't want to divert. I want to just go into financial analysis. I think that's
Okay, that's good.
the best for me. Yeah, I just want to divert to another thing. Just want to
Okay, fantastic.
put
Okay, that's
myself
awesome. That's
down. Yeah.
okay, that's very good. That's all right. So financial analytics is a very good career path. Okay. Funny thing is not really funny, but interesting is I started in financials. So I started working I was working as a consultant, but the first tech skill I learned, or the first analytics skill I learned was financial analytics. Okay. So working as a contractor, working as a consultant in Nigeria, I was able to do more projects and all that. But essentially, there's opportunity for that. So you can work in the bank, you can work with any organization on the surface of that. Okay, every team, every organization deals with finance. Okay, even a non-profit organization, meaning that they don't care about profit, they still need a financial analyst to analyze their books. Do you understand? So in terms of opportunity, there's a ton of opportunity. All right. Now, talking about the first aspect, okay, which is the opportunities you can get. Would you be able to get something once you finish the training program? Very simple. Yes, you can. Where are you based at the moment, Vivian? Vivian, where are you based? Sorry.
Asaba.
I can't hear Vivian anymore. Okay, okay, Nigeria, Asaba.
I said Asaba.
All right, fantastic. That's good. All right, you will be able to get your hands on something, okay? Either remotely or even in Nigeria, depending on what your interest would lie, where your interest lie. If you want to start off in Nigeria, get a job in Lagos or any parts across the world in Nigeria, anywhere in the world, would work with you to achieve that. Also, in terms of mentorship, I'm literally the co-founder of Analytics. So every group, every class, I'm in either in or I'm currently in every class or in any cohort that is starting. So you'll get direct access to me. Okay. So at any point in time, if you have any challenge, you need any help, you need any assistance, you will be able to get that from me. All right. So we also, not just me, we have also a pool of experts that are going to be working with. So it's not just me, it's not just a gazer, it's not just any other facilitator. You will literally have a pool of mentors that will be working with you. So that's why we have the mentorship sessions. That's why we have the body mentorship sessions. So people have gotten job in financial analytics will also come in to assist you. So you're never alone. Okay, literally like Liverpool. All right, you will never walk alone. Once you go through to analytics, you will have a bunch of mentors, assistants, and all that to get you through the journey. All right, does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So if you're looking to get it started, trust me, this is the best place to get started. All right. I'll work with you on how to get started. All right. Thank you very much.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you
Awesome.
very
Chidima, I'm
much.
looking forward to having you. So for people that might have more questions, Chidima also directed to you. All these questions around I did banking and finance. I'm looking what career path is the best for me. You're not too sure. Okay, please, we'll be having a clarity session, a one-on-one session on Tuesday, okay, to discuss all these things. So if you have any questions around what career path should I take, what should I do, what opportunities are there for me, am I sure, am I this, you have any doubts, we have a one-on-one session where we'll be able to, it's only question and answer. Literally, there's no point in time, where I'll be explaining anything in the text page. It's basically just me answering your question, or we at System Analytics answering your questions. So if you're looking to have a session, all right, take a look at, have a look out for your email, or in the WhatsApp group, the community group that we have. We'll be posting out a link for people that are interested in the one-on-one session. So we'll be having that on Tuesday, and I'll be happy to speak to anybody that has any question. Okay. I have Chidima, thanks a lot for that. I also have the next person I'm going to take. I have some questions in the chat. Okay. All right, I can see quite a number of people say they've made payments already. Fantastic, that's good. I'm just looking at the chat, so sorry about that. Okay, so quite a number of, I've seen a lot of people say messages, secure their discount, secure their discount. Please secure your discount, okay? It's 33% of early bird discount, not monthly discount. Early bird, only for the first 20 people to register. Okay, so please register. All right. There is any program where you can use to learn concept to get a job, remote job. I've answered that one. Opportunity for remote job. I took out time to look at about 3-4 places where you can apply for a remote job. LinkedIn is another place you could actually get remote opportunities. All right. Let me just take a look at some other questions that I have in here. What will the rate for someone that is interested in cheap program? We don't advise you to take cheap programs. Okay. Uh, we're not so much interested in you paying for 3-4 programs at the same time. See, one program is as impactful as possible. All right. So if you're interested I would say you should start with one program. Do one program. Just double down on one program. If it's data analytics, if it's business analysis, cybersecurity, any of the curriculum that you see there, double down on it and you're going to be fine. Just one. Start with one. Then after you complete that, you will definitely get an alumni discount for coming for the second course, in which we do that already. Okay, so you get an alumni discount for coming in for the second course, but paying for two immediately is not advisable. All right, you won't be able to complete. I won't lie to you because it's very very detailed, very holistic. So you won't be able to finish 2 programs concurrently, even if you're working full time. Okay, even if you're not working full time, I mean, it's going to be very immersive. Okay, so trust me, it's enough already. All right, Femena has been wonderful guy and great. Okay, fantastic. Thanks for that comment. Thanks for all the feedback. When can you call June cohort P? So for the guys that are looking to start in June and you want to secure your position now, please, you can secure your discount now with the current discount. So you can secure your space now using the current discount, using this current. So once you pay this and you want to start in June, you don't want to start in May, but you want to secure the discount, please go ahead to secure your discount. Once you make the payments, once you click on upload your receipt, click on upload your receipt, it's going to take you to this Google form. Put in your information. I'm going to say Ifemena at tenanalytics.io. Okay. I'm going to click on next. Type of payment. I'm going to select either full or initial. Let's say initial for first installment. Okay. Next. All right. Welcome kit is just basically notifying you that you get the welcome kit on the 30th of April. I'm going to click on yes. Next. First name, I'm going to put in Ife. Last name, I'm going to put in April. Okay, so this is me filling my registration form. I've made payment and I want to select either May or June. Okay, registration email, I'm just going to put the same thing in the mena at tenanalytics. Okay, .com. Okay, gender, male. Next. All right, I've read to the terms and conditions of analytics. Click on the link. It's going to take you to the terms and condition for payment. Okay, click on yes. Next. Okay. When did you make payment? Let's say I made payment today, 7th. I'll click on 7th. Upload your receipts. I'll just take one picture from my drive, any picture. Okay, upload. I'm going to upload the picture, but you need to upload an actual the receipt itself because we're going to confirm and use the bank statement to also confirm. Mode of payment. Let's say I paid via transfer. So okay, so I'll click on transfer. Next. So now, please provide the name of the account to which the payment was initiated. So if it was my account, I'll just say Ifemena April. So the account that initiated the transaction. So if you're using a friend, a sister, your sister's account, your brother's account, you might want to put in your name there for us to easily track the payment. Okay. Next, which program are you in the process of registering for? So this is where you can now select your the desired course you're interested in. So if you paid for data analytics, for example, click on data analytics. I'm going to click on next. Okay, so which one do you want, morning or evening class? So this is for the guys in Canada. This is for the guys in Nigeria or in Africa. So I'm going to go with evening class for now. Next. So what cohorts do you intend starting the training, to start the training? So I'm going to either take May or June. So if I want May, all right, if I select May, that means I'm starting on the 4th of May. If I select the 8th of June, all right, I'm starting in June, but you have secured your discounts already. So you've secured for June, all right, and you've secured your class. So before the start of your training program, you must complete the training fees. All right, the same thing with the May guys. If you're starting in May and today you have 400,000 naira to pay 400,000, please pay that 400,000 naira. And then before the start of the training program, you must complete the remaining 200,000. So that's the key thing. All right. So I hope that answers that question around can we pay for June? Yes, you can. Okay, you can register for the June cohorts, okay, and start in June if you have the time. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to go through the chat to see if I have enough questions in there. If a person cannot benefit from the discount present, can we benefit while joining the next cohorts? Like I said, it's only for this is just for the first week. Okay, next week we'll now have the 3% discount. This is an early bird discount, one off. Okay. Okay, this is Nigeria. Okay. When can we have a session on career paths? We would have it on Tuesday. So for the person that talking about the career path, what career path you're taking, we'll have a session on Tuesday, one-on-one, literally one-on-one. You can ask as many questions as you can. It's more limited, more confined. You can ask, oh, currently I'm working as a support, support worker. Oh, currently I'm working as a carpenter. Currently I'm working as a organizer. Okay. Okay, and you're looking to get into the tech space, how can I leverage my current experience to get a job? You can. Okay, you're a carpenter, you want to go into business analysis. How can you move from carpentry to business analysis? You wonder, is it possible? It is very possible. Now, what did I say business analysis is all about? Process. Process. So as a carpenter, have you improved any process as a carpenter? You might think that, well, it's impossible. As a carpenter, you cannot improve process. Yes, you have. Okay. Take, for example, okay, to create a table, okay, if a customer comes in today to say that I need a table, okay, I need a table in my room for reading. I need a reading table in my room. All right. It takes you about how many days to create a table? It takes you about 5 days to create a table. All right. But that means that if another person comes within that period, it's likely going to take you longer time. Other work will come in. So basically, as a carpenter, how did you ensure that you can create multiple tables? You can reduce that 5-day creation time to like 2 days. All right. How do you ensure that resources are available so that whenever you want to build that table, you can build it under a shorter period of time? So you thinking business analysis as a professional job, okay, it's wrong. Everybody has done business analysis. If you've improved a certain process, you're a business analyst. Okay. Now, also the data analyst, can you do carpentry in data analytics? Yes, you can. All right. If you look at your current processes as a carpenter, say that okay, you obviously you sell different types of chairs, okay, and you find out that one particular kind of chair sells best in a particular period. So the chair that rocks front and back, that can rock by itself, you create those kind of chairs, and you find out the sales of that chair actually sells more towards the end of the year, September, October, November, December. So you use analysis to find out the time period during the year when a specific type of product, which is that chair that you're selling, that's when it sells the most. That's you using data analytics to improve sales of your carpentry shop. All right. So that's the way you can improve. You can leverage your past experience. Your past experience is not useless. Don't get it twisted. Even cybersecurity, the same thing. And that's the way you can always improve your experience. So for people that are looking for career paths, okay, that are looking to get started in a career path, I want to leverage your past experience. Please, that's what we are doing here. The clarity session would help you clarify what career path you should take on. So please register. Once you get the email for a one-on-one session, please register for the one-on-one session. All right, somebody said they are paid again. Thanks a lot. Thanks for believing in us. Okay. You didn't talk about resume. We would have sessions around that also this month. So don't worry, just once you're in the community, we'll have a couple of free sessions this month. Resume to express entry, you're looking to get into express entry, opportunity for tech talent, opportunity for remote opportunity. All those things we'll talk about everything. One thing you should know about Ted Analytics is we don't keep any information. All right. If I'm giving you all this, do read, getting you to get started, getting you excited to get started. Trust me, inside we have more. Okay, we have more. We have more for you. All right. Another person signifying that they've made payment. Please, it's just 20 people. The moment we secure, once you can see that's what you're registering. The moment we secure 20 people for each of those cohorts, we are closing it out. The discount is ours. So please, if you want to register now. All right, so I'm just trying to see if I have enough questions in here. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so I think the time is well spent now. Okay, I'll just take another question from iPhone. iPhone, do you want to speak quickly so I can call it a day? We have other sessions that are coming up. You can ask the questions from there.
Hi, good evening. My name is
Hello,
Obam. Yeah, I'm
Obama. Okay, how
in
you
Port
doing?
Harcourt, yes.
Yes,
So
how you
my
doing today?
question actually is, I'm currently working as a project coordinator
Okay,
remotely for a UK company, but I'm trying to look for something more than that. I know you said you have like a career path one-on-one call, but I just thought maybe I should ask it here though. So like,
okay, so you're doing
would it be
project coordinator at the
advisable for me
moment.
to like do Scrum? Because I kind of did some free online courses on Scrum, but I don't know if it's advisable to like go that path or do project management, the whole Prince 2 and the PMP-ish thing. So I don't know.
Certification is dead. I would say almost dead. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And that's just you find out that majority of the roles that you're applying for right now really don't ask you for any of those certification. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Even CBAP, PCS and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So some very, very senior roles might, but like I said, getting started, you get your foot into the door, you don't need certification to get started. All right. So even you're doing project coordinator, which is that's a fantastic career path, I would say. Two career paths you could look into is either business analysis or Scrum Master, like you said. Okay.
Okay. Mm.
Those are the two very interesting career paths that I feel like would get you up in the morning to get you applying for jobs, get you the opportunities that you're looking for. So I don't know
Okay.
how extensive your experience is. So that's the reason. How many years have you been in projects?
This is like my second year.
Second year. All right. So I think with Scrum Master, and what kind of projects do you work on at the moment?
More like website, mobile app development and all those kind of stuff.
Fantastic.
IT
Scrum
basically.
Master, yes, the Scrum Master will get Scrum Master is what you should be looking at. So with the Scrum
Okay.
Master training program, it's more extensive in the sense that it will, my slides are if all frozen up again on me. Okay, don't worry. I will share. Let me get you the Scrum slides. Okay, let me just go to you can see the brochure. And let me just show you the brochure for Scrum Master. All right. So with the Scrum
Okay.
Master training program, okay, it will take you through all the things that you need to become a Scrum Master. So this is more practical based. This is more
Okay.
hands-on based. So you would literally be building things. You'll be working from projects. You have 1 month free internship and all that. So you talk about tradition versus agile, what is Scrum, agile principles, relationship between agile and Scrum. So you will have an idea of Scrum. You will also have an idea of agile and how to move them together. You also get to work with Scrum flow, Scrum theory and values, the Scrum team artifacts. You get to work with all these things. So the training program is just for a month, but it's very immersive. Put going through end to end Scrum Master. So you having experience in the tech space already, or it gives you an advantage, to be honest. Okay. So you're
Yeah.
working with web developers, business product owners,
Mm-hmm.
and all that. You would likely find it very powerful. Okay, so
Okay.
I would say you should go for the Scrum Master. Okay, it's 1 month in class training and also 1 month internship, so you're fine. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's all right.
All right. Thank you.
So we can still go in details of what you will learn, what you will do, what's the Scrum Master and all that. I can't do that extensively because
No,
of the
no, no, you
time.
don't have to. You don't have to. I
Okay,
kind of have an idea. I just needed to be sure that what I'm thinking is like in line.
yes. So two things, like I said, business analysis and Scrum Master are the two career partition you got. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
that's what I recommend. Business analysis, you would also learn a bit of agile. You learn more of agile, and you also learn Scrum, but not as
Mm.
extensive as the Scrum
Yes, I
Master.
was doing
Okay,
Scrum, yeah.
yeah. So business analysis is also very good, and it will also get you out to work as a product manager, like product coordinator, like you're doing at the
Mm.
moment. You're doing a lot of documentation. You're also
Yeah.
doing a lot of planning process. Okay, so
Yeah.
you do process mapping and all that. You also look at what do you call it, gap analysis. You also
Mm.
look, so it gives you more spectrum in terms of, and you also learn analytics. So you can also apply analytics into your current work. So it's
Mm.
very extensive, going with any one of them. Scrum Master will really teach you how to use Scrum as a,
Scrum, yeah.
to become a Scrum Master. Business analysis will teach you holistically how to apply yourself as a Scrum Master. Okay, I hope that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, it does. Thanks. Thanks. I really
All right, looking
enjoyed your
for.
class.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks for the question. All right, I might not be able to take any other question, unfortunately. All right, time is well spent. Thank you very much, guys. I really enjoyed myself. I enjoyed you guys. I enjoyed the interaction. I enjoyed the discussions, the question answering. Everything together was absolutely very, very heartwarming. Okay, I had a wonderful time. I want to believe you had a wonderful time also. Please, last time I'm going to say this, secure a discount now. If you're starting next month, you're starting in June, you can secure a discount now. All right, pay what you have, complete before the training program starts, and you can get started. All right, thank you very much, guys. Just on the final note, okay, we are having a clarity session, okay, on Tuesday. Okay, please, if you have questions, you want to ask more in-depth one-on-one questions. I'm doing this, I want to do this. How do I start this? How do I do this? How do I get a job? How do I all these opportunities? And you need more from us. We'll provide you with all this information. So thank you. Thanks a lot again for getting started, for choosing to be with us this Saturday evening. All right. I know this is past 11. The guys in London, the guys in the UK, guys in Nigeria, this is late already. So thank you very much. You had a wonderful time. Please drop a one again in the chat. Let's do it again. Just drop a one in the chat if you had a wonderful time. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again on Tuesday. Thank you very much for that. So yes, keep the one coming, guys. Same energy, guys. Fantastic. I love that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, register, and let's get started. Thank you very much. We have other free sessions that are coming up this month. Trust me, it's going to be a very good one. So you see during the sessions this month, you will see a lot and you will learn a lot during the sessions. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day ahead. Have a wonderful weekend, and bye for now, everyone. Bye.